Okay. My screen sharing is paused. Can you guys still see the map, the blackout map?
Yeah, I can.
Yep.
All right. I don't know why it's doing that.
And Gordon, in case you didn't hear, you were right. It's actually easier for that spell at second level, but I don't have second level spells yet, so.
Oh, okay.
Cool. I'm going to send Matt a quick email telling him to hurry the F up.
Yeah, having a paladin for fighting all these demons.
Yeah, it's probably helpful.
We're going to make him the front line.
It's always a front line anyway. All right, so he should be here any minute. So let's talk a little bit about what happened last week. Lots of interesting stuff. The game started out with you guys sort of in the ground floor of the Grey Garrison. You just caused a fair amount of mayhem. Helped start a big fire. Killed a bunch of guys. Chased around an invisible alchemist who was chucking bombs and trying to escape for a while, but got through that and found yourself in the unenviable position of being at the bottom of the only staircase up to the second floor, which you guys pretty quickly realized that you had to use to get up there because you suspect that the wardstone fragment is either on the second floor or upwards in the building. At that point, it turns out that there was a bunch of tiefling guys, warriors and rogues, who had crowded around the balcony, the banister of the stairs, cast darkness down there to help keep you guys from seeing them, and started chucking fungus-laden zombies over the side so that they would get down there, keep you guys busy, and when killed, they would explode with poisonous spores. So there was that. Now, you guys went through that, fought your way up through the stairs, got to the second level, found it to be completely filled with not only tiefling rogues and archers, but also a bunch of Deskari cultists with glaives and things like that. You started fighting them. They were all over the place, but you guys sort of spread out and managed to disrupt and get rid of them. Killed several in a variety of ways. However, a couple of those guys kind of snuck off down the hallway, banged on one door, and out of that door popped a very strange, tall creature, very ugly. Hold on, let me give you a better description of just exactly what this thing looks like. So it is a humanoid, 2 arms, 2 legs, tall, but not so tall that it goes to large size. It is still medium size, but about 7 feet tall, covered in like mangy gray hide hair. It looks very gaunt and rangy, but well muscled. And instead of at first it might look like a very skinny sort of almost like a meth head gnome. Or gnoll, I mean. But instead of a gnoll head, it has a big sort of goat head with the traditional sort of horns sticking out, very goatish. It has a shortened halberd that it's fighting with, and it also is using its horns to sort of like gore into people. So very dangerous sort of thing. At the same time, when this guy pops out, you hear this buzzing noise and a bunch of giant, and we're talking about like the size of an ottoman, flies come, like house flies come flying in. They're zipping around all over the place. Fletcher managed to chop one down out of the sky, just sort of reached out with his sword and snatched him because Fletcher is enlarged and is in that kind of position. But there looks to be at least 2 more of these immense biting flies coming flying out of the corridor that you see down to the south, sort of over here. One thing that Lothar found is you guys were fighting the Deskari, and I believe, is Lothar still invisible, or you've done some offensive actions? I can't remember.
I don't think he's done anything offensive.
I think he did a burst, and we said that did not make him visible.
I think, yeah, correct. I don't think he's done anything against anybody, so he's still invisible. But he did find a boatload of papers and maps and stuff in the room where the Discari cultists came out of, or at least where one of them was hiding behind the doorway getting ready to zap somebody. And so that's where we are now. When we start, we're still in initiative. Technically, we're going into round 8. You've got this goatee kind of guy at the end. You've got flies, and you do remember that at least 2 of these Discari cultists had sort of scampered off. You're right now, just while we have a moment before Matt jumps in, this hallway is sort of like one of those hallways that in old Victorian houses, when you go up the stairs, there's like a hallway and all the rooms kind of come off that central hallway. That's kind of the ambience you see here. You have this one hallway over here, door over here that leads into a room, one across from it. You guys do where right near where Ilindar is standing, right here. There is a door that I want to say somebody popped their head in or was open.
Yeah, it was me.
It was you, and you saw. Do you remember what you saw?
Yeah, 2 more of those fungi undead, so I closed the door really quick.
Yeah, fungus zombies. At least 2, and they are now sort of like bumping into, you can hear them sort of moaning in the background, and they are bumping into that door. Now, the door opens inward, and frankly, fungus zombies are not super smart, so they keep conking in there. But they're you can hear them sort of like trying to get out, and they can't.
Unless, didn't the big tall guy with the halberd, didn't he drop it due to a crit fail?
He did what?
He dropped his weapon from he rolled a 1 and he had a fumble.
He picked it back up though, didn't he? At the end.
I think
No, I think it happened like the last round.
I'm trying to
Thought, anyway.
Scrolling back up through the rolls. I'm looking to see where that would have happened. I don't see me having rolled a 1 anywhere. I did roll a 19.
Yeah, maybe I just dreamt it.
Yeah, I don't see me having rolled any 1s. I got a lot of shit rolls here, but no 1s.
You're dreaming about Les's bad guys fumbling. That's
I'm dreaming about an enemy's fumble. All right, so that's where we start. Where the heck is Matt? Do we want to go ahead and get started without him, or?
Yeah, let's just go. We'll put him in as soon as he gets here.
He wasn't here last week either, so
He'll come right upstairs anyway.
got to get him in the game somehow.
on his own page anyway.
You probably won't attack anything.
Probably not.
Probably not. All right. So that said, we're going into round 8, and Farina is going to be first.
Around Fletcher's immensity, do I have a line of sight under him?
Do you have precise shot as a feat?
I do.
You do. So yes, you can. Well, tell you what. Give me a perception check real quick. Let's have a look at that first, because maybe it is too big. You roll a 1, it's too big. You can't see. There's a lot going on. No, you have no problem seeing him with a 19. You see the creature back there. It is definitely looking like he wants to make a meal out of Fletcher. It's an ugly creature.
And
Also, when you get a moment, I need Otto to make a perception check as well.
so with a precise shot, I don't have to take the -4. Is that right?
Correct.
That's correct, yes. So you're going to thread that needle. Ooh, 19. That threads the needle. 27 is, I believe, going to hit. 1 second. That is it, definitely. For 4 points of damage as the arrow slams into this guy. How many points? 7? Or 4. Okay.
4.
So you see the arrow hit him. It kind of like bounces off. It kind of like lets a little cut across his arm and sort of bounces off around on the floor. It didn't stick in him. It sort of like winged him. What's that 2 for?
That's the 7 is perception for Otto.
Oh, okay. All right.
His goal is, per my instruction, to shadow Lothar right now.
Right. So he's sniffing around trying to find Lothar.
Well, he had him before. I would think he could follow him. I'm not sure where Lothar is. Oh, here he is.
Lothar's here, right by Bardos.
So I'm going to have him come down here.
In fact, I think he's planning on playing a terrible prank on Bardos. Not sure. That's he sent me some messages. Was I not supposed to bring that up, Chuck?
Shh, be quiet.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
You'll ruin everything.
I'm sorry. Sorry. Never mind. Okay. So Farina, you shoot. Are you going to do anything else? You see Otto kind of come popping out of that room there.
No, I feel like I'm kind of in a good place to keep an eye on different doors and.
Okay.
Hey guys,
Sounds.
can you hear me?
Hey, is that Matt?
That's me, guys. Hello.
There he is. How you doing, brother? I need you to roll initiative when you get a moment.
Okay, 1 second.
All right, Matt. When we see Joe again, I'll introduce you to Joe.
Okay.
Genevieve, does the Earth Elemental attack on your turn?
There he is. Hey, Matt, I want to meet you.
I remember. I guess it would.
Matt, I want to introduce you to somebody. The guy that you don't recognize in the camera sitting below you is Dan and my friend Joe Markosik. Dan and I grew up with him in Chicago. He and I got to talking about this game about a month ago. He was intrigued. He and I've had a couple of conversations since, and he's been sitting in the last couple of weeks, sort of to see what we do. So Matt, meet Joe.
Nice to meet you, Matt.
What are you playing today?
He's not playing.
I'm
He's just watching.
observing.
Oh, you're observing. Okay.
Silently observing.
He's a spectator. So
And
Matt,
in fact, I will probably fall asleep at some point. So
that's
nice
okay.
to meet you.
Matt
Red
does
card.
too. So.
Yeah. I'm on the Doug schedule of sleeping while playing.
So Matt, so Joe, just so you know, Matt and I go way back. We worked together. So he and I work in the same industry. We do the same thing, and we've worked for many of the same companies, and got to be friends. And found out that both of us were gamers. We just we actually just both left the same organization. So that's fun. Matt went to Starcom, and I don't know if I told you. Oh, yeah, I told you that.
You haven't told me, buddy. Where'd you go?
Yeah, we got traded. We got traded to Essence.
Nice.
So we're going lock, stock. St. Louis office is going lock, stock, and barrel over to Essence. So Ogilvy is cutting us loose.
There's something I think there's a mashup between less and essence, like less essence.
Lessons. They're changing the name. So
Yeah.
I had a call with Steve Williams, the North America guy, on
Yep.
Friday. Everything seemed to go right. So yeah, I don't. For those of you I didn't tell on Friday, I'm leaving Ogilvy and going to Essence.
Nice. It happens to a lot of veteran players at the end of their career where they get traded to like Kansas City or something.
Yeah, I just keep waiting for it. So when I was in financial services, they used to call it special projects division. So when you fucked up really bad, they would take you out of your normal job and put you on something called special projects. And that was like the last stop for people who had screwed up before they got, jettisoned out the bottom of the industry. So it was like it became like a curse. It's like, whatever happened to Bill? I liked him. He seemed like a good guy, a little tough on the bottle though. Oh yeah, he screwed up at a client meeting and now he's on special projects. Oh, it's too bad. Special projects, huh? That kind of thing. So
Congrats,
All right,
Les.
so-
We'll catch up on it more.
yep, definitely. So Matt, I need is that your initiative roll?
Sadly, yes. Flashhart's tying his shoes right now.
Oh my god, he's tying his shoes. So I've got you on the board here. Sort of in the corner, but I'm guessing that you would probably be somewhere like here behind Farina right now. I can't put you in the front lines, but we'll put you on the top floor, so that'll be good. Let me just put you down
Okay.
here.
Les,
Yes.
Dan brought up a good point about the Earth Elemental. Is it gone now?
Who summoned that?
Me. Moi.
And when? Do you remember?
Well, he came up through the floor before, kind of in the middle of everything, before I got up there, but after.
He's probably going to be going away.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of him right now. One thing you do notice, though, by his departure, as he sinks slowly back into the stonework of the floor, that there is a door behind where he was standing. It's closed, but there's a door back there. So you can see there's several doors. One here, obviously, one here, where
one
the
you're talking about?
goat guy came out of.
Yeah, see
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. So there's another one here, obviously. There's one here with the dead woman in the floor with more plague zombies around. And then, the two openings over here. There's a door there, and then this is just an open door. So, like, again, it's that same kind of structure, the long central hallway, and then doors going off of either side.
Are those stairs down or up, Wes?
These stairs here?
Yeah.
Those are down. Those are the stairs that you guys just came up from the first floor.
Oh, so we are on the second floor already. Huh?
You're on the second floor now. Now, you remember from when you guys were first approaching the Grey Garrison that there are two floors. It's a very boxy sort of building. Obviously it was a barracks, a military barracks that had been taken over by the demon, those people aligned with the demons. But also it has a cupola on the top, sort of an observation deck of sorts that's on top of. It's like a 2-floor sort of boxy square building with a couple of little bulges in it, and then on the top there's like a little observation room. It's in maybe another floor. It's much smaller than the main areas, but like a little cupola out there. It's not a cupola. It's not like a thing you could just stick your head in, but it's a couple of rooms only. But that's like a third floor. All right. So with Flashheart at the bottom of the order, we won't be getting him for a while. So my turn. The flies continue to fly out, and one of them is going to 5-foot flight over to here. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that bottom one. We're littering the whole place with them.
How big are the flies?
They're big. They're like the size of a nice, like about the size of a footstool you'll find at your grandma's house. So maybe 3 feet across with wings. So pretty big. Let's see. This one's going to take a 5-foot step and try this thing here. So this one, right here. Oh, it's not even. Why is it not showing?
No take backs. You already got rid of him, so he's gone.
No. Just put him right back. There we go. There he is. Back in business. I don't know how he got stuck. So that one's going to attack Fletcher. And this one is going to attack Storm. So let's have a look-see at those fellas. All right. So give me a perception check, Fletcher, when you have a moment. $15. So you'll remember, Fletcher, that when you guys were down in the caves, you actually ran across one of these big, giant flies. In that case, if it seemed, despite the fact that it was enormous, it still seemed like a normal fly. These two guys look different, and the main difference is in their eyes. Their eyes seem to be glowing very red, and they seem to be exhibiting quite a bit more combat intelligence, I guess, for lack of a better term. I mean, they're sort of coordinating their attacks. They're taking 5-foot step. They're not buzzing around. They're actually moving quite silently. So they say that there seems to be a marked difference between these two. So one is going to try and bite you. 15. Does that hit you? Nope. And 13, which I am almost 100% certain does not hit Storm.
That's correct.
These guys are flying around trying to get you. They fail, but they're going to continue flying around. Ilindar, you and Storm are now up.
Okay. Storm was going to attack the big guy.
Okay. Now, would Storm take an attack of opportunity from the fly?
Nope, because they're face to base.
All right. 11 will miss, 17 will miss, but the 20 claw will hit for 7 points of damage. You get the feeling that even though despite the fact that you hit it, didn't feel like it did as much damage as you might have hoped.
And Storm's claws are
magical.
Magical for bypassing DR.
Oh, I hate when that happens. Actually, it does feel like it did as much damage as it was supposed to. That's a shame that it bypasses DR. I hate when that happens. Okay.
I'm going to call out in case someone missed it that on the other side of this door I'm next to, there are some more of those zombie things.
I mean, most of you can. I mean, maybe most. Fletcher, certainly Ilindar, probably Bartos can hear the zombies sort of. Or well, I mean, you might not know they're zombies until Ilindar tells you, but you can hear them sort of like bumping up against that door. It's like, you know, that kind of like bonk bonk kind of noise as they go up there.
Right. And then you know what? I'm gonna cast Acid Splash at this guy.
Okay, at the fly.
Yep.
Excellent.
So this is going to be at a -4, whatever it shows on here.
All right, sir.
So I'm sure I missed.
You did. You missed. Sorry about that. The acid goes flying backwards. It actually goes into that other room and sort of splashes all over the floor in there.
But I'm done.
Storm kind of looks back and is like, dude, what were you aiming at?
Storm, she just shakes her head. It's like, oh my god.
I'm so embarrassed.
So embarrassed. So this guy, the goat dude, he smiles at Fletcher and sort of takes a 5-foot step over to here, and you see one immensely powerful looking leg sort of kick backwards, and that door crashes open. Fletcher and Storm, give me a perception check. Fletcher gets 27. Storm gets a 13. Storm, you are still sort of being harried by these a fly, so it's interferes with your ability today. But Fletcher, it's not so much what you see as what you hear. You hear suddenly a very sort of low guttural. The best way I can describe it would be a low guttural squawk.
Okay.
So like a bird, but big and mean.
Okay.
Like a bird, but big and mean. Now I need to do that too. Hold on a second.
So like a dinosaur.
Or a rock.
Big mean bird is a dinosaur.
All right, hold on a second.
Rock is like a Aladdin light you right around it. Oh, Alibaba. Sinbad.
Matt, you're doing the...
Your audio's... Your audio's real mess, Pat. Matt.
Work on it.
All right, let me roll. Okay, so that's what he's got. I need to roll that. 16, okie dokie. Oh, that's convenient. Okay. All right, so yeah, low guttural kind of squawk, and almost immediately you see, sort of sidling up to the doorway, a big sort of, and Storm would see this as well. The big sort of ugly bird-like creature, except for it's not a bird. It's got like the body of a deer, big wings and talons, and a wolf's face with antlers. It is a messed up creature. But that's what it looks like. It's not a bird, although it's kind of like making like birdie noises.
It's a free action. I was going to call to Fletcher and Storm. Hold that guy against the door.
Okay.
So we want to fight one at a time. Back him up into the door.
Pass through a friendly square. He can pass through a friendly square.
But not
you would have to be in front of the door.
Not if there's an enemy on the other side of it.
I don't know. He's got some room.
Right now he does.
Maybe he does. Okay, so that's what Bartos is up.
Bartos. Let's see. I'm going to do... Baru's going to stealth. Let's see here.
Okay.
Stealth is...
Kind of scare Flashheart a little bit. Woo! All right, stealth roll. Where's he going? So if I know if he has to make if I have to make an opposed check.
He is going to go to there.
Okay. So there's another door right here.
Is that door open? This door?
That door. This door is. Hold on, let me check. It's an excellent question. It is open,
Okay, then he's
but you can't. But he can't see in there right now.
He's
All
going to go
right,
to
so
there.
let me do an opposed check for those flies. Otherwise, they may get an attack of opportunity. Hold on, just a sec. Perception. Perception is +7. All right, so you rolled a 33. Yeah, there's no chance that they saw you. So he just scuts right under there.
Okay. So he is flanking now for Storm if he attacks that fly.
Okay.
And Baru is going to cast the spell. Or Bardos, I mean. Which is. Just trying to see. Yeah, there's no save. He's going to do a hold portal on that door right there.
On the door that he's standing next to?
No, on the door that the ugly bird thing is trying to get through.
It's open. So if you cast hold portal over there, it's going to hold it open.
Is that? I thought hold porter just closed the door and made it impassable for anybody.
Let me check.
Close the door shut.
Let's have a look. All right, the spell magically holds shut a door, gate, window, or shutter. The magic affects the portal just as if it were securely closed and normally locked. A knock spell or successful dismagic can negate a horde portal spell. This spell magically holds shut a door. I don't know.
So it doesn't move shut a door. It just
I don't think so. It affects, but so it says. So the spell says the spell magically holds shut a door, gate, window, or shutter of wood, metal, or stone. Period. The next sentence is weirder. The magic affects the portal just as if it were securely closed and normally locked. I'm not sure what that means. So the first sentence seems to suggest that no, it cannot close the door. The second sentence seems to suggest it affects the portal as if it were closed and locked, which means it would shut it.
Or make
I'm stumped. What do you guys think?
I think thematically it would be one of those things where the magician snaps his fingers and the door slams, like Dracula and pull and stuff like that.
That feels kind of right. I mean, Mike, Mike's gone. One rules lawyer in the house, and he takes off.
He's away from his sport.
He's away from his cat. Back to your lectern, Mike.
Hold the closed door shut is how it feels to me.
So, Mike, I need a rules lawyer's opinion on this. We're looking at hold portal. So, Bardos is trying to cast hold portal through Baru to shut and magically lock the door behind the goat boy to keep the bird thing from getting in the room.
Okay.
Gordon's contention is that even though the door is open, the spell automatically shuts and locks it. I was under the impression that is not the case, that you can't cast hold portal on an open door. But we looked at the spell, and it says that the magic affects the portal just as if it were securely closed and normally locked, which to me seems to suggest that casting hold portal closes the door and then magically seals it. I have one other piece of evidence for this, is that open and close is a cantrip. It's a 0-level spell. This is a 1st-level spell. What do you think?
To be honest,
I could go either way on this.
If I was the DM, since it says it holds a door shut, doesn't shut a door, I would say it has to be shut before that works.
It doesn't say it shuts it, but it's the second sentence that calls it into question. The magic affects the portal just as if it were securely closed and normally locked. All right, so if
securely closed as in it was already closed, not that it closes it and is locked.
But then what does that sentence mean?
is as if it were securely closed, as in not the action of closing it, but that it was already closed
Secure.
and normally locked.
So if it was a door that was closed but kind of loose and janky, it would actually be a securely closed door.
So you're saying that this sentence was referring to the state of the door after the spell.
Correct.
Got it.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. Actually, reading it.
Yeah, I think so. All right. So do you want to hold that spell?
Yeah, yeah. No, I don't want to do that if it's not going to close the door. That's...
Okay. Let me
It
give
comes up with
you.
number 12 as the most useless D&D spells.
I'm sorry.
It comes up on the Gizmodo list of the most useful Pathfinder D&D spells.
Most useful spells, Hold Portal. It's a good one.
No, useless. Useless.
Oh, useless. No, I think Hold Portal's a great spell. It ranks right up there with Knock. It's one of those great unsung spells that when positioned at the right time, it's beautiful. Matt, your audio is still shit, so just so you know. All right, just so before you go out of there, Bardos, I want to let Baru kind of looks around. This room that he's in is obviously a library. There are bookshelves that line the wall. Most of the books have been ripped out of the shelves, torn up, and thrown on the floor. So there's some ashes and piles of ripped up paper on the floor. There's a small stack of books, sort of stacked like in the lower corner that seem to have like escaped destruction, but it's just like a small stack. It's almost as if during the general mayhem somebody took these books and set them aside.
Okay, but there's no stairs going anywhere or any.
No, it's just a square room, 20 by 20, nothing out of the ordinary.
Let's see, and I don't know if I've got. Let me see.
All right.
Well, I got nothing to do. I'm going to reserve right now, Les. Go ahead.
Okay.
And people.
All right, Fletcher, you're up, and then Lothar, and then
I want to
Blashart.
take a 5-foot step to that square,
Okay.
which then gives me flanking on the fly.
Kinda.
Because of storm.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Man, you are just taking up a whole bunch of space. I don't know if you can get in there. So you're halfway. You're in 2 rooms right now.
I know. I keep trying to drag it down, and it just pops back again.
Like a crazy. You hold the Alt key down.
Hold the Alt key.
Oh, I was doing shift.
That'll ruin it. All right. So okay. Yeah, you can get in there.
Take a swing.
Swinging at the fly.
Okay. 24 will hit.
Yay.
Les, I know what I'm going to do too after. Well, I'm going to do something when you get a second.
Okay. 16 points of damage. That fly gets hit pretty hard, but not quite hard enough to kill it. You sort of like knock it out of the air a little bit. It sort of skitters around. There's a fair amount of like, I don't know, whatever flies use for blood, fly juice, kind of like squirting around a little bit, but it's still in the air. It's still fighting. It has sort of spun and is facing you now. You know, as
What's left of its base. Yeah.
yeah, with its little fly goo coming out of it, and
Unless, as you may have already remembered this, but I used that dragon scale to apply my sword before this combat started.
to holify it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Bartos, you said you wanted to do something before Lothar gets going.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Detect Magic with a scroll.
Detect magic. Where?
It's a cone, so I'm going to direct it in front of me towards Baru.
You doing it through Baru or?
Well, it's a cone, so from me emanating towards Baru. So it's a.
All right. What's the range on that?
60 foot.
60 feet. All right. Let's have a look.
And it goes for a minute, so
60 feet. So that would definitely reach all the way to the.
It lasts 3 minutes, and I'm basically just trying to see anything that's magic anywhere, just to try to track down the gem.
Okay. There's so You don't see any magic right now, other than the obvious magics associated with like Fletcher being enlarged and things like that. But you don't see any magic from where you are. Now, how long does that last? A couple of rounds?
3 minutes.
3 minutes. Okay. All right. So we'll just we'll let you know. Lothar. All right. So Lothar, you are invisible. You're surrounded by people, but you have not yet, as yet, made an offensive action sufficient to render yourself visible. So you are still the ghost formerly known as Lothar. What do you do?
Yeah, I think we're going to break that right about now. I'm going to use the wand and put a spiritual weapon right here.
Okay. That will do it. You are back. So Farina, Bardos, Flashheart, Lothar appears in front of you, and he's like, "Hey, everybody." And he's back. All right, so you need and it's a bow, right?
Yeah.
Get a free attack, right? Or is it a surprise?
It can.
No, it gets an attack. So I'm going to have it fire at Goat Boy.
Okay. Go for it, dude. 13 will miss. The force arrow goes winging back towards Flesher, who ducks out of the way, and it dissolves as it hits the wall behind it. But it does not hit him. All right. So are you going to move or anything like that?
No, I'm going to stay right here.
Stay right there. All right, Flashheart, you're up. Lothar just materialized in front of you, wanded a spiritual weapon out into the thing. What do you do?
I get attack of opportunity on him, right?
You do get an attack of opportunity on Lothar. Okay. This is a great opportunity for that.
Okay. So can you hear me better, first of all?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not great, but better, yeah.
Okay. So there's nothing around me that's worth attacking. I don't have a clear line of sight to any monsters, right? Or any bad guys?
Well, Otto is right there, and Farina too. No, most of the bad guys are dead. You know, a lot of whatever happened up here, you missed a lot of it. So,
right. But I can hustle. I can see that. Okay, this is us. This is the fly. So I'm going to move to a supporting position past Farina.
Okay.
Pardon me, Farina. I don't think I can grab my guy. No, I got him. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, right there.
All right, so you're going over there behind Storm, right. But within 5 feet of that other fly.
That one, yeah. So I'm going to attack that.
Okay.
This fly is still alive, right? The one I just circled?
Barely.
That one right there?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, it's still alive.
All right, well, let's put a hurt on him.
It's the one that Fletcher just zapped, though. I mean, he just got it real hard with his sword. He's still flying around, but
he's missing a wing.
13. Oh, that's Lothar. What? So go ahead and roll to hit.
He's in prime verm position.
He's in prime vermithrelling position. He sure is. Joe, did we explain vermithrelling to you last time?
Negative.
All right. So Tom, when he played with us, his character's name was Vermithrel, and he played a elven wizard who was also a vampire. It's a long story. But one of the things that Tom used to love to do was wait until the other members of the party had gotten a creature down to close to no hit points, and then his turn would come around and he would magic missile them into oblivion. And he did it so often that it became a verb. To vermithrel or verm somebody was to let somebody else do most of the damage and then sneak up behind him and finish him off.
Still the kill.
Still the kill.
Very nice.
He loved doing it too. He'd just laugh and laugh.
Do we have any buffs on I should be aware of?
No specific buffs like Blessing of Fervor or anything like that. So
I probably missed Mr. Fly then.
Yeah, you could have used a buff there. That is a pretty solid miss. Frankly, it's so solid that you don't think the fly even noticed that you took a swing at it.
Yeah, I think Gradius is bucking up saying, "Are you really trying to get a squishy giant bug with a magic sword?"
Yeah, we may have given that sword to the wrong paladin. All right, so that's Flashheart. That is the end of round 8. Top of the order, Farina. You see Flashheart sort of run past you. He gets in there, takes a wild swing at a fly, misses, almost hits Storm.
Okay, I'm going to reposition myself.
Okay.
Where I'm at now with the fly only being the size of a footstool, do I still
Oh, you can hit. Yeah, you can shoot him. So there's no. You know what? I need to get rid of some of the bodies here. Hold on a second. I'm just going to move the bodies to a different layer so we have a better idea. So there's bodies. One of the things is bodies all over the place because you guys are pretty murderous.
We've been on a killing spree.
Yeah, you guys. Killing's your business, and business is good. Now that might be a little easier to see. So, yeah, you have a direct line of sight from there to
the fly.
To the fly, and
the
you could thread the needle on the goat boy.
I can thread the needle. I don't know if a 15 will do it.
Who are you firing at?
Goat boy.
Goat boy. The goat boy. That's a miss. He's AC 20. So another arrow goes goes into the wall, and he sort of like laughs at you.
Lothar's in good company, so I'm going to bring Otto over.
Okay.
And Otto is going to take a shot at that fly.
He's going to try and claw the fly? Or bite him, I guess?
Yeah, the bite.
Okay.
Better to hit.
Ooh, 24. That will definitely hit. He bit that fly, and you get the feeling from Otto that there's a large part of him that wishes he hadn't. Not tasty at all.
Oh, boy.
But frankly, this isn't the first thing that he's bit on your behalf that tasted like crap. Oh, just 1 point of damage, minimum damage. That's terrible.
2 points. 2 points.
2 points. Still not enough to kill it. He got a tooth on him. He got a nice bad taste in his mouth, but he didn't bring him down.
All right. That's it.
All right. The fly, now realizing that being a fly, thinks that Otto is now his enemy and goes ahead and tries to bite Otto. For a 10, that's not going to hit him, I'm guessing.
You're right.
And the second fly still going after Storm. 15, nope. What is Storm? Just off the top of my head, I know I'm never going to hit him, but what is Storm's armor class?
Right now it's 23.
23, okay. All right, both of those flies, so one tried to bite Storm. Storm fought him off. The other one tried to bite Otto. Otto reared back and got away from him. Ilindar, you are up.
Okay. I'm going to try acid splash this fly.
Okay. It smells like a vermithrilling acid splash. But no, because a 14 is a miss.
Okay.
Acid goes flying back, hits the wall, actually lands on the same arrow that was sticking out that Farina just shot over there.
Okay.
And melts the fletching and stuff off the arrow. That arrow's gone.
Okay. Then, I think Storm will attack this fly.
Okay. Full attack?
Yeah.
All right.
I came with Baru for +2.
Oh, you get +2. Did you factor that in?
No, but I would think the fly would have to be aware that Baru's there before it would count.
I believe we talked about this, that it doesn't. Well, what happens is it does not, for the initial flanking bonus, it does not have to be aware of it. This is where stealth comes in. But because Storm is using the flanking bonus, the fly is now aware that Baru is there. So to get the flanking bonus, Baru has to do something that would essentially alert the fly that he's there. Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, basically, it's a way. The flanking bonus is because you're aiding and you're distracting the person.
You're distracting,
making them easier to hit. So they have to be aware of you.
Yep. You could stealth back there, but now that Storm has used the flanking bonus, the fly knows that Baru is there.
I was going to say, I don't have to use the flanking bonus.
Actually, it's a good thing that you are, because a 13 would normally miss, but the flanking bonus brings it up to a 15, which is a hit. So you have done all three attacks will therefore hit, which is a total of 20 points, which is exactly how many. So it is down.
Oh, sweet. Thanks, Brew. And Chuck, that was ingenious putting the thing there to hold him there. So,
that's a good plan. That certainly keeps that bird thing out of there.
Exactly. And so, And then since Storm did that, 5-foot step is going to end the turn by doing that.
Okay. Hold on a second. All right. So you 5 foot. Where'd you 5 foot step to?
Over on top of the dead fly.
Oh, Storm did. Okay, great. All right, so he's on top of the dead fly, standing in that doorway. Next up is this guy, and he is going to make a full attack at Fletcher to try and get him to move out of the way, because he now has realized tactically what you scamps have pulled off here. So he is going to first attack with his halberd.
This is killing me.
17.
That is nope.
Misses.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. And he also ducks down and tries to get you with his one of his horns from his goatee head, and tries to stick you with that as you're parrying the halberd. 22.
Well, that'll hit.
Oh, he gored ya with his horn. The horn gets you. Hold on a second. I gotta switch here. The horn gets you. It does. He's not charging. He doesn't get that. Okay, so just D6 plus 2. Okay. Sadly, he doesn't do as much damage as I would have hoped. But the horn gets you for 5 points of damage and leaves a ragged cut across your shoulder as he leans down. You can hear him as he bares his teeth as he brings his halberd around for another strike. The creature behind him is now making a sort of combination between a squawking and a howling. Everyone is now aware that creature is there, but it is looking to try and get out of the room and cannot. So it is getting increasingly agitated behind there. Bardos, you and Baru are up.
A 60-foot cone. Can you draw that, or I don't know how to draw that to see.
Well, so it goes. So 60 foot from where you are for the detect magic would go all the way. I mean, it would go almost. I mean, it's only 50 feet to the wall. That's the outer wall. So it's sort of like it would. If there's anything there that is magic, you would detect it. Obviously, it's going off because of the divine. The force weapon that Lothar put into place. You can see magic coming off of. Flashheart's sword, for example. Fletcher's sword is radiating magic. There's the creature behind the goat guy is radiating a certain kind of internal magic as a magical creature. So there's a fair amount of magic going around. If you're trying to determine whether there's any magic in the library behind Baru, I don't know that you can see from here.
Oh, does it have to be line of sight? I thought it was just a...
Yeah.
You have to be able to see it. It radiates sort of an aura. So the stack of books that I think you're trying to hit here are right... Hold on a second. I'll put it in here. They're sort of in the room like... God darn it. Do what I want, not what I tell you to do. So it's sort of like right there. You see where the orange square is? That's kind of where the stack of books are. You could. I don't think you could. From where you're standing, I'll tell you what. If you took a 5-foot step towards the stairs, I think you would have line of sight. But you'd have to do a perception check. I mean, it would be in your line of sight, but you'd have to. Yeah, if you move to their 5-foot step to we're exactly where Illindar was showing. I think you definitely get a chance.
Okay, I mean, I was more looking for the ward stone, though. I didn't realize that you had to have line of sight. I thought detect magic just detected auras based on distance.
It does, but you still have to see them. You have to be able to see the auras. It's not like radar. It's more like something that's not radar. I got nothing.
Exactly.
I got nothing. Yeah, no, it's line of sight.
Okay, well, I'm going to go then to here. And
You certainly don't see anything that would radiate. Something like the Wardstone would radiate a lot of magic.
Right. Does that do anything if I go there? Do I detect any magic with Baru?
Give me a perception check real quick. $24. Yeah, you actually do see some magic radiating from what you think is maybe some sort of like books or something on the bookcase. Something over there is radiating magic.
Okay, so I did a move and an action. Baru's got nothing going on, so I'm going to send Baru over to that area, sniff around and see if he sees anything interesting.
So Baru kind of sniffs around. Basically, so the entire floor is filled with like torn up books. Somebody at one point started a fire in here for a little while, so there's some ash and that kind of stuff, and burnt sort of leather covers and that kind of stuff. It basically gives off the kind of environment of like somebody came into a very nice library and sort of wantonly destroyed a bunch of shit. Over next to where Baru is, though, that orange square, is a very tidy stack of books that may or may not have been. They certainly haven't been touched from the point of view of vandalism. They may or may not have been stacked here purposefully by the vandals. You don't know that. There are obviously, there are books everywhere and that kind of stuff. So you're not sure if they would have been. Maybe the guys who were here first set these books aside. There's just no way to tell. But it is a stack, a tidy little stack in the corner.
And it's books, just books.
Books, yeah, stack of big, sort of thick tomes, that kind of thing. And that's most of what you can see in here. I mean, there's some scrolls and various kinds of other documents, but most of what's in here are medieval, heavy, well-bound, expensive books.
Okay.
All right. That's it for you, Bartos?
Yep.
All right, Fletcher, you are up. This guy took a pop at you and stuck you with his horn, his goat horn.
And I'm not pleased.
No, I would be pleased. I'd be frankly, a little pissed off.
So I'm going to swing back.
You gonna hit him? All right.
Yeah, I am going to hit him.
He's
Yeah.
going to hit him.
What'd you get? A 25. That will hit him. We've already ascertained he has AC 20, so that's a hit. A solid strike. 19 points. And you have ensorcelled. You are your weapon has been holyized, right?
Yep.
Shit, because that means that it bypasses the DR, which I really hate. A solid strike. You catch him right in the midriff, and you feel your sword kind of grind up against those demonic, odd, funky bones that these guys have. But you feel it, and you can see him, his eyes open real wide as he feels this strike in there. You got him good.
Yay.
He is not happy. You hear the bird thing behind him growing increasingly agitated as he sees you attack this guy. You gonna do anything else? Move away so he can get out of the way so the bird can come out?
No, I'm thinking I won't.
Sure. I mean, you still got time.
No 5 foot steps here.
Ah, damn it. Okay. All right. So Fletch stays where he is. Farina, Bartos, you can hear the continued sort of boom, 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 and the low moans of what are obviously now those zombies up against that door to the south. Now that you guys are standing closer, you can hear them more clearly. They are not seemingly able to get out of a door. It's a pull door, and all they know is push. So they're not getting out of there. Lothar, you are the newly visible Lothar, sort of in the rear. He's got that force weapon going on that's attacking that guy. You got a chance here. You hit him, it could be enough to kill him. He's down.
Yep, I'm going to try to attack the goat guy.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Ooh, that is a fumble. Let's see a confirmation. Remember AC 20. Oh, that's a confirmed fumble on that. Let's go to the fumble chart, which I love. Here we go. All right, so that was a ranged force weapon. 1 second. rolls. Here we go. All right. So roll me a. I need you to roll me a couple of things. Three. I need a D6 and a D100. A 1 and a 49.
Wow.
That doesn't make a ton of sense. Roll D6 again. And keep the 49. What do you get?
4.
4. All right, here we go. Amazing miss. You are stunned until the end of the next round. So because of that, the obviously a force weapon cannot be stunned, but it misses in such a way that it sort of discombobulates itself magically and sort of has to reform a little bit. So next round it is out. Cannot attack next round. But it can attack the round after. All right. So there's that. But you still can, I mean, this is unattended. So what are you going to do? No, Matt, you're still 3.
Thanks.
So Lothar, I'm sorry, you're going to move?
Yeah, I'm going to move to here.
Okay, just sort of slip over there behind Bardos.
Yeah.
Okay. Doing anything else? I think, that was 10 feet?
Yeah.
Or was that 5?
It was 10 feet.
10 feet, okay. So, all right. So that's Lothar. Flashheart, you're up. Time to vermithrel this fly. Put him out of business.
Matt, you're muted.
Oh, yeah, you're muted, Matt. We can't hear
I got
you.
it. Okay, sorry. I'm going to grip up on my sword and swing it like a baseball bat.
Okay. At the fly?
First he points to the outfield, and then he.
Yeah, exactly.
Called
Point the
shot.
outfield.
He's going to fumble this.
Oh.
Hey, well, he's definitely going to miss. See, the Babe wouldn't have done it this way. Sorry, Flashheart. That is a miss. That's the second one in a row for you with this magical sort of Iomedae.
I will mark it. This fly must be high level.
It's fickle. Iomedae is fickle. All right.
Level 25 fly.
It's a level 25 fly. All right. Going into round 10, top of the order. Farina. You just saw Flashheart miss that damn fly again. He curses under his breath in a language that you're not sure might be Draconic, might be Abyssal. Not entirely sure. Abyssal for cursing is the best, really.
Okay, Otto's going to take a swing at the fly, or a claw and a bite, rather.
Okay, another delicious bite out of a giant demonic blight. Okay, so first claw misses, second claw hits, third claw bite misses. So just the one claw, but it might be enough. It only has a few hit points.
You see, I said your horse head only has a nay bite.
Nape, I didn't see that.
It's 3 points.
Max damage, and it's enough. You see Otto just kind of reach up there and just claw it out, and the fly, the rest of its guts get torn out, and it's like onto the floor. It kind of spins around as it buzzes around and sort of like plops down onto the floor into its own ichor sort of on the side, and is like and dies.
And here's an arrow from Farina.
I salute Otto for his mastery of flightum.
He got him. Can't beat cats for hitting insects, I'll tell you. They'll chase him around the house. All right, so what was your shot? A 15?
Yeah.
I'll stay right where I'm at.
That is another miss against the goat dude. So you seem to be not having a great deal of luck with that guy. Flies are out of commission. Illandar, you are up. So
Okay.
Storm's standing in the doorway.
Storm's taking this guy's exit away, so he's stepping up.
Stepping there, okay.
And he's going to go ahead and full attack.
All right. 18 will miss, 25 will hit, 24 will hit. So 12 points of damage. Storm goes berserk on this guy before he can even. Frankly, this guy wasn't even expecting an attack from that quarter. He was defending against Fletcher more than anything, and it sort of came off from the side and got him, and it just sort of clawed him down and bit him onto the floor, and he goes down and dies. The bird creature, eyes wide, vulpine eyes widen as it sees the space that now has been vacated by this goat boy as a possible method to get into the room and get at you guys.
That's 3 attacks of opportunity, is it not?
It's a 5-foot step.
Oh no, is it?
It is from where, from where he's standing. It is.
Oh, he's like ginormous.
He is just big. All right, so that was Storm. Illendar, are you doing anything? Where are you?
I'm right here. I'm going to.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
Move up to here.
Okay.
And tell Flashheart, and I'll basically point down this hall, down this direction, and tell Flashheart, I think they went down this way. I think this is where we're supposed to go.
Okay.
But I'm not going first, so I'm stopping right there.
I'm not going first. It's like, after you. No, after you.
Stand back, noble drow. I will take the lead here.
He's gotten all the blood sort of off his sword because he's been whipping it around in the air. And so it's all clean now. All right, so that's that. So that's it for you, Illendar. Normally it would be the goat guy's turn, but the bird guy is right after the goat guy and does exactly that. Comes in over the top of the thing, sort of half flying and half walking, and takes a 5-foot step and attacks Fletcher. Now, let me see what he can do. So this is a creature I don't think you've ever seen before. A deer, a body of a deer, but big, giant black wings, talons on the ends of where it's like where its hoofs on a deer would be. It's got these big talons, and the head is like a wolf's head, and there's saliva and blood coming out, like a little bit of blood, but it's making these like squawky kind of howling noises, and at the same time it's got a huge rack of like really sharp looking antlers on its head.
Last you got this off the monster blog, didn't you?
No, this is an old creature. You guys just don't recognize it. So it is going to try and stick you with some of those antlers, and then it rears up and kind of like pokes at you with those clawed hooves. So it's going to get a couple of attacks. So first is the antlers, and you recognize pretty quickly that the antlers are probably the most dangerous weapon. Because it uses them with what you recognize is quite a bit of skill. Not that much
Not this
skill,
time.
however. With a 2, it sort of just swipes around. Now, as it misses with the antlers, it brings those taloned sort of hoof feet up and tries to hit you with those. But again, really exhibits a terrible, terrible mastery of its own natural weaponry.
He was just too excited to be getting through the door finally.
Too excited, apparently. All right, so that's it for him. Bardos and Baru, you guys are up. So Baru, Baru's still standing by the stack of books. Bardos, you see Illendar sort of sneak past Flashheart, and he's sort of like peering down that hallway that you recall. You think a couple of those Discari cultists went down. Certainly, the flies came out of that hallway.
Bardos is going to move to the area where he detected magic and see if he can grab whatever is there. It's magic.
He's going to run in there. So there's several books there in a stack. Only one of them radiates magic.
It's been 3 rounds now with the detect magic. So
it has to. You have to focus on a single item to get the extra stuff. You can't just pan. You have to focus on something and concentrate the detect magic to get the schools. Now you could stay in there for a couple of rounds and do it, but right now you just notice that it is radiating magic.
Okay. Well, I'm going to stay in there 1 round anyway because I want to see what kind of magic it is.
Okay. I have to actually find out myself. This is good. All right, so you stay there. You do find one book is magic. These books do seem to be quite, I mean, from the point of view of a magic user, these do seem to be learned tomes. They don't, as far as you can tell, they don't have to do with anything with magic. If anything, they contain like maps, charts. You can see on one of the titles is the history of the 13th Legion, Mendevian Legion, and it has some dates on it. So these look like military books dealing with military matters, which makes sense. This was a Crusaders garrison.
Grab those.
Okay.
He's not going to touch the magical one until he detects type of magic.
Okay, you're going to grab the other ones and sort of gather them up?
Yep.
All right, there are 6 of them set in that stack, and the 7th one is the one that radiates magic. Okay, Fletcher. Fletcher of the House Fletcher, first of his name. It is your turn, sir.
In a perfect world, I'd want to move to that square, but given
Can't do it. That door is way too small. It kind of had to like scrunch down to get out. I mean, the door is like a human-sized door. This is a jumbo-sized bird.
All right.
Bird thing.
I'll just take a swing then. Hit the guy.
Okay. 19. So that is going to hit.
Yay!
Nice.
$22 massive points of damage. And I'll tell you what, you are a killing machine. You didn't kill it this time, but man alive.
I didn't kill anything yet today. I just keep injuring it for someone else to kill.
That is a solid hit. You just sort of pause and wait, and then just hit it, strike it right at the moment where it's sort of rearing back, and you get a really good hit on that thing. Anything else you want to move out of the way so it can go into the room and attack other people?
No.
Damn. I keep waiting, and it never happens. Lothar. So you just saw Fletcher stab into this bird thing. You're not sure you've ever seen a thing like that, but Lothar, you're from a mountainous region, aren't you?
Yeah.
Do you have any knowledge skills, like knowledge nature or knowledge local or anything like that?
Yeah, I have knowledge nature.
Knowledge nature. Give me a knowledge nature roll.
And the planes.
I wouldn't need the planes, but nature.
But knowledge antler thing.
Knowledge 9.
How about I continue to roll 1s and 2s and I don't.
What did you roll? That was that a 2? Man, you and I both tonight. So yeah, you're not. There was a chance that you had maybe kind of an idea of what this thing was, but yeah, no, you don't know. Because it is a mountainous creature that is natural to mountainous regions, but you've never heard of it. All right, so Lothar, what do you do?
I'm going to move over to here. Okay. I can't see Fletcher's health bar. How's he looking?
5 points.
Okay. Well, then that's all I'm going to do for now. And the bow is restructured, I guess, but can't attack. So
cannot attack, but it can retarget. So yeah, it's dazed, but it can attack next round. All right, Flash. Ilindar has just told you that he thinks there's more Discari cultists down that way. You should go get them. You know that kind of
I will pivot, bring my shield up, and start stomping that way.
All right, so you're going to move down that hallway, okay?
Iomedae has provided you a meat shield, noble drow. All right. He says noble drow as a waspy guy would say noble savage. You know,
a noble savage. All right, so you do see that door is open. Up.
Right. Oh, okay. Wait. So I'm sorry. Okay.
No, you went in the doorway. You went in the doorway. So you went in the doorway, and the moment that you go into that doorway, you see a cultist. All right, cultist with the glaives. Just go, ha! And just sling that glaive at you. He's waiting for it to attack anyone who went and attacked through there. So you do get a glaive attack on you as a surprise action.
You don't get a lot of surprise glaive attacks, so
14 is going to probably miss, isn't it?
That's a big miss.
That is a miss. So that blade of that glaive, you step in and you just see him out of the corner of your eye, and you whip your head back, and that glaive blade just goes shunk right into the door jamb, and he's like, rips it out, and he's like, ha ha ha, kind of looking at you. You're one more crusader for the bone pile. Ha ha. and sort of begins sort of moving back. But so you've moved down there. That's just one move action. You have another action if you want to use it. Problem is,
I could have completed my action, which would have been 5 foot in another room, or otherwise I could just set myself here. But I'd rather clear the door for other members of the team and come down and put a hurt on them.
Okay.
So I'm going to step in and engage. Will you get a second attack if I close or no?
So you were here. What's your speed?
25.
25. 1.
Oh, actually, if I was there,
3,
then I'm
4.
probably where I was.
You could go to here.
Okay.
Wait. You could go. There you go. You could go to there, which would put you within 5 feet. You could attack him with the sword.
All right, I will do that.
Go to that spider webby thing.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but I'll stay away from it for now. Is there anything? I don't see anything here. Am I about to be surprised by something behind the door?
That's a wall behind you.
Okay. All right, I swing. I hit. Hopefully.
Let me check. Armor class 18. That is a hit.
All right, so 1d. What would you agree? 1d8 plus. +1 plus strength. Okay. 10 points.
10 points. Holy bejeebers. That's a solid hit. Perfect for letting somebody else finish him off for you. He's like, stupid Crusaders of Iomedae. I hate them. I'm going to kill them all if I ever recover from this really bad sword strike.
Surrender now to the power of Iomedae.
Surrender to Iomedae. Never! All right, top of the order. Farina, you are up. You just saw Flashheart kind of like go ripping around that corner. You don't know where he is. Fletcher is fighting that giant bird thing. How much longer is Fletcher enlarged? How long does that last? Minutes? Or rounds?
Yeah, it's minutes.
It's minutes. Okay, so until dispelled, essentially. All right, so Farina, you're going to there.
Arrow.
At?
Bird thing.
Oh, the bird thing. Okay. I was going to say, there's nobody in the hallway. 25 will hit. Ooh, max damage. That is solid. Big shot. You got him. So the bird is squawking away at Fletcher, and you get it sort of right underneath right underneath the sort of breastbone and sternum there, and you hear it kind of go as you hit it with the arrow. As the arrow goes in, it's kind of wheezing away. I think you got him in a lung. He's not happy.
I'm going to leave Otto there with Lothar since Lothar's on his own. I'm done.
Okay, so Otto and Lothar just kind of hanging out right next to each other. Ilendar.
I'm watching over my shoulder, and I'm going to say to the rest of the crew, there he goes again.
Ilendar, call back. My bad. I sent him there.
So easily baited.
Ilendar's just looking at everybody like, did it again.
Storm's going to try and attack the bird thing, or whatever that thing is.
Okay.
Do any of those hit?
Then the bird thing?
Yeah.
None of those. Well, none of those hit.
Okay.
So it's just chaos over there. Feathers are flying all over the place. The spit's going everywhere. There's horns and stuff like that. There's a force bow shooting at people. Farina's shooting real arrows around. Everybody's going. So
I'm gonna come down here and peek around and flash the shoulder and shoot an acid splash at this guy.
All right. Touch attack. Range touch 11.
That misses.
I think it will miss, but let me double check for sure just to be certain. Yeah, that won't. Yeah, that's a miss. That is a miss. All right, Ilendar, he's out. All right, the bird creature. Boy, he's got so many. He's got so many people fighting him. He doesn't know who to attack, so it's going to be Fletcher. He's closest and most dangerous. So first, those two hooves come up again, trying to kick you, or claw you, as it were. Place where 7 and 14, either of those hit.
Nope.
So then it's almost as if he's using those hoofs to try and distract you as those razor sharp antlers come flying at you. Ooh, that might be a hit.
That'll hit.
22 with the razor sharp antlers. Nobody can hit you with a sword, but anytime somebody throws their head at you and tries to hit you, goat guy hit you with the horn, this guy hit you with the antlers. It's crazy. All right, so he gets you with those antlers. Ooh, max damage. 9 points of antler damage. That's a hard day. Bardos.
Bardos is detecting magic.
All right, so you want to know what kind of magic it is?
Mm-hmm.
So I think second round is strength of the aura, right?
Yep.
And then nature of the aura next round. So the strength of the aura is moderate. It is radiating a moderate amount of magic, as opposed to a minor or strong. Those are really the gradations.
Okay.
Okay. What about Baru? Is he going to do anything? He's kind of hanging around.
Stealth him past the bird. You could do it.
You could probably stealth past the bird.
Yeah, I could send him off. I don't know that he's.
The bird's got to have a plus 13 to hit him. Oh, if you roll that high again.
To see him, you mean?
No, he nailed it last time. Well, a 30. So you have to have a plus 10.
He has a plus 10. So is he going to scoot through there?
Yep. He's going to try to sweep past here and see.
So the bird's got to have a natural.
He's going to have a natural 20. Let's see what happens. Oh, nope. Scoots past him, no problem. Sort of dodges in and out between the oofs into that room. Let me tell you a little bit about that room. That room, or as we like to call it, P11, is at first it looks like a conference room. There's a long table, and it has well, you wouldn't be able to see that. So there's a long table, stands in the room, but there are bodies around, each of them with a gaping, empty hole in its chest. Some are on the floor. At least one is on the table, maybe more. But it looks like they've had their hearts ripped out.
Any glowing crystals lying around anywhere?
Glowing crystals, huge magic items, relics, that kind of thing? No. Like the wardstone? No, you don't see anything that looks like a wardstone. But it's just, you're only in there for 6 seconds. You haven't had a chance to look around there. All right. Is that it for you, Bardos?
Yep.
Fletch, you are up.
See if we can finish this guy.
All right.
No.
21's going to hit. This could do it. This could do it for the Birdman. Ooh, 17 points?
17.
He lets out a wheeze and a squawk and falls heavily to the ground in a big pile as you slowly withdraw your greatsword out of its guts, as it's spilling blood all over the place. It is dead.
Yay.
All right. In the meantime, those zombies are still hitting that door. Lothar, you're the closest. You can hear them. You're wondering if they might not accidentally get out. They seem to be slamming into it from the other side.
Sorry, I would have just taken a quick 5-step in to this
Into the room. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. No problem.
Thanks.
Lothar, what do you do?
Give me just a second. I need to see how long something lasts.
1.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm just going to move over to here.
All right. Just over to the corner by Farina. You going to do anything else?
No.
All right. You see Fletcher sort of duck down and sort of step in that room, kind of look around. He's got his sword out. There's blood all over it. He's a grim-looking dude right there. Your bow is kind of like looking around like, what do I do now? No targets as yet Flashheart. You are up. That guy is sort of backing up. The problem is that they have done even worse on their initiative rolls than you have. So outside of that, or he, I should say they, outside of that surprise attack, he comes after you in the initiative roll, if you can believe that.
You dark-hearted knave, feel the might of Iomedean fury and justice and whatever else I could slam those things.
All right.
All right. 8-17. Well, no, it's not me.
That's not you.
There we go. 9. Oh, fumble.
Natty 1. Confirm the fumble.
All right, hang on. Iomedeus like when you run your mouth, apparently. All right, now.
Oh, well, you got to put your bonus on there.
Sorry, I take it off.
It'll be a 13.
13. That, my friend, is a confirmed fumble.
Can you ever modified fumble?
Or Flashheart.
A modified fumble?
You called it a natty, but I mean.
A natural one.
You're talking about
No, you can't have a modified fumble.
I'm the one next to him. It's going to be poor Illendar.
Dar baited him down the hallway.
All right. That's a.
You should have known this.
All right. I need a 1, 2, 3, 4. I need a D8 and a D100.
Me? All
From
right.
you, yes.
No pluses on it, right?
Nope.
1d8.
What is it?
And 100.
A 2
55
and a
and 2.
55. 2. Okay, so 55 puts us there. So you went through and overextended yourself. What you've got is attack the darkness. All your enemies have concealment from you, which is 50% mischance for the next D4 rounds. So let's go ahead and roll how many rounds that is going to be. 2 rounds. For the next 2 rounds, that guy has concealment from you. It's a 50-50 shot if you hit him.
Okay.
All right?
Not that much worse than where I'm at now.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty much hit or miss at this point. Okay, so he is like, ha ha, loser. Steps back 5 feet and attacks you with his glaive again. 12 is going to miss.
Nope.
All right, so he, as his second action, he throws down his glaive and pulls a very wicked-looking short sword out of his belt, and understanding that the close quarters is going to force his hand. Well, that's all he does. Farina, top of the order. Farina, you hear the sound of fisticuffs. You hear definitely Flashheart saying some of that stuff that he says before he misses somebody, which is usually like, taste the steel of Iomade, thou blackguard, and and then it's like the clang of the sword hitting off a stone wall or something like that.
And then, shit!
Something in abyssal, yeah, exactly. Perfidious wretch!
Oh, so that's it. That's it. He's at the end, huh?
So Flashheart's in the room. You can see Illendar sort of, at the end of the hallway, kind of like, he's in there. He's not killing anything, I don't think.
Okay, I'm just going to yell over my shoulder they've engaged, and then I'm going to reserve to the end of the order.
Okay, so you are reserving. You're going from the top of the order to the very end?
Yes, I am.
That is crazy town. All right, so Illendar, that puts you at the top of the order.
I'm going to call Storm and say, get in here.
Sick him.
Storm, over here.
15, 20.
Again, Illendar stands at the corner. Like, after you.
30.
Illendar's like, come on, guys, let's get him.
I'm the only character in this group that pretty much my contribution is having a strong friend.
That's right, yeah, having a big dog.
Not that I can do anything, but...
All right, Storm kind of muscles through there past Flashheart and goes right to that guy.
That guy in a single attack.
Yeah. 17 is not going to be enough, but let me double check. I just want to see. No, AC 18, almost there, but not quite. So Close call from Storm, but did not hit.
And then I'm going to cast Acid Splash at him.
You're gonna cast Acid Splash again? Another Acid Splash, all right? 16
and
will... but it's a ranged touch, yes?
No, I think Acid Splash is just regular ranged attack.
A ranged attack, okay.
Let me double check that. I'm pretty sure it's a ranged attack.
If it's a ranged touch, that's a hit. If it's a ranged attack, that's a miss.
It is actually a ranged touch attack.
It's a ranged touch. So the acid gets on him for 1 point of acid damage. Since he's such a tough cultist, he just sort of shrugs it off, takes the acid off, and licks his finger, and and says, "Ha, I eat your acid for breakfast." Well, not today, but some breakfasts I do. Bardos. You're getting the third round of Detect Magic.
Yep.
The book radiates moderate enchantment magic. Although at a pretty significant caster level. It's bound in some dark leather that looks like might have like some blood stains on it. It's a heavy tome. And the leather has cuts and things on it. It looks like it is very old.
Yeah. Bartles is logically thinking, I am not touching this.
Do you have Detect Evil or anything like that, or no?
No.
Okay. So you're just taking the other 6 books, put them in a bag, and you're leaving that book there.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so Baru, so he's not really sensing any movement, anything?
He's not seeing anything moving. This room was obviously some sort of conference room. There's some bodies on the table, which he would notice because of legs coming off and that kind of stuff. But Fletcher would notice as he steps in the room that one, there is a fairly substantive amount of what looks to be some large animal shit over in the corner. You can see it on the map, and on the table, that conference table, are several bodies, each of which obviously dead, but each of which that has a big sort of hole in its chest. They don't look to be massively damaged in other ways, although some of them do have like cuts and scrapes, defensive wounds on their hands and things like that. But the cause of death for all of those bodies is this big hole in their chest.
Heartless.
Yeah, it looks like. I mean, the first thing you think, Fletcher, is that somebody's ripped their hearts out. And they're not like well, I mean, maybe from here you could see you're only about 10 feet away. It doesn't look like they were like cut out. The wounds look very ragged. It looks like they were torn out.
Like Cubs fans.
Bird did it.
Yeah, it could be that was something the bird did.
Like Cubs fans.
Like Cubs fans. Heartless. All right, Bardos, are you going to do anything else but that? You still have a move action that you can use. Or is Baru going to do anything? Gordon?
He moved Bardos and Baru.
Oh, he moved them both. Okay, so he's moving Bardos and Baru. Where did Bardos go? Oh, he went down the hallway and Baru's heading the other direction. Okay, cool. All right, so Bardos, you would see Flashheart and Storm to a certain extent. There's one of those Discari cultists in there. He's got a short sword in his hand, and it looks like he's getting ready to try and stab Storm with it. Kind of fighting there, but that's what you see. Fletcher, you are up. You looking at that thing?
That wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who was doing that.
That was Bardos looking at it. We can't hear you, man, if you're talking.
You talking to me?
I'm talking to Gordon.
Okay.
Thingy.
That thing, it's not on the floor. It's actually hanging from the ceiling. It's like it's kind of like a large cornucopia with the large end of the funnel facing upward. It's hung from like a couple of chains from the ceiling, but it's wire. You can see through it. And there's like some, looks to be like rotten food, like so if you imagine like sort of a cornucopia, like a funnel, a big like wireframe funnel hanging from the ceilings, made out of metal, and in the point of the funnel, not the base, I guess, is like some rotted meat and stuff like that. It's actually quite fragrant now that you look at it. It's a little smelly. But it looks like an upside down funnel made of like metal wire that somebody has dumped a fair amount of rotten meat into the corner of.
That sounds delightful.
Fletch, what do you do?
All right, well, I have enough movement to get into that room, but I don't know that I have anywhere to go.
You don't see any other doors in that room.
No, I mean, I would go in and attack this guy, but...
Oh, man, I don't know. You go all the way. That's...
I have 40 feet.
When people pass through friendly squares and sort of get in there, especially with the crowd we've got going in that doorway, I just imagine people just, like Fletcher coming through, he's all enlarged, just like,
Excuse me.
out of the way. And, people are like flying over the way.
No, Fletcher would be much more polite. Pardon me.
He steps up behind Bartos. He's like, ahem.
So can I, like, if I go to here, does that?
Yeah, you
you're
can do
large
that.
too. Please just can push us all the way as it's stepping over us.
You'll get an attack. You'll get an attack of opportunity going to there.
Well, no. Yes, because he'll pass through a threatened square.
Hey, Les.
I prefer to stop here, obviously, but I don't know that I can.
Les,
Yeah,
is he
you
large
can't.
enough? He can just come to the wall like the Kool-Aid Man.
He might, yeah, just like blow through there.
And
If you stop there, you won't get an attack of opportunity, but there's too many people there.
Yeah.
Flash hearts
Let's
there.
go
Take the
behind
attack
him.
of opportunity.
Oh,
Okay, he's taking the attack of opportunity. I like it. Short sword attack. Oh, God.
Wait, I thought you had
Daddy won. Let's
I
see.
thought he had a glaive.
No, he
He
dropped the
dropped
glaive
the-
and drew a short sword because he thought
Oh,
you
okay.
were closing with him. Then the whole team comes piling in.
I would've loved to.
19 hit you?
19 would hit me, yeah.
Oh, good. Avoided the fumble. Thank God. But his attack of opportunity is completely ruined. All right, you get a single attack as you blow through there with your sword out. Everybody kind of like is thrown in different directions. And you miss. So you miss him. Clang as he almost hits Storm. Hisses at you. But you're in the room. Lothar. You had grabbed onto Farina when Fletcher came by, sort of knocked her out of the way. You were like, "Oh, I gotcha." He just does that. So guess-
Pardon me, excuse me.
I'm just going to hang back here for now.
okay. So do you want to ready an action or go on op fire or anything like that?
No, I'm just going to hang back here. And that bow is gone now.
It's gone. Okay. Let me get rid of that. Oops. Hold on a second. Okay. Let me put him back where he belongs. All right. All right. So you're just hanging back. That's all for Flash Hearts. You saw Fletcher come blowing in here. He kind of knocked you to the side, politely, and took a swipe at the guy, but nothing. The guy, for his boy, took a swipe at Fletcher when he came in, but he got nothing either. All badly missed.
Okay.
Here's your problem. You can't, with Fletcher and Storm right there, unless you go and use a move action to sort of go
Go right
around.
there.
Yeah, you have to go around them. You can't attack them. So you would have to use a full move action. You can't make a 5-foot step and attack the guy.
Well, it's not like we're level 6 anyway, so he still has one swing anyway. So
Good point. Yeah.
you can go right there and get a flanking bonus.
I have a different attack, Les.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You got
diplomacy.
What do you, diplomacy?
Mhm.
All right. What are you gonna do? Let's this. I'm curious to hear. What are
He
you
doesn't
gonna do?
get a 50%. I like justice is closing in, Darkheart. Yield now, and you will be given fair mercy.
Go ahead, roll it. Roll your diplomacy
Right.
check.
All right. So
Then I'll roll an anger and hate check.
Check.
One more. Hang on. Oh, I read
Wow, that was
D100.
impressive.
That's a hell of a roll. I don't know that I can fight a 70. 17. It's good. I mean, it's obviously when you say that, you're like, the darkness is closing around you, evil one. Surrender now and your life may be spared. But he's like, he's like, he's looking around. He's looking at Fletcher. He's looking at this storm creature which he's never even seen before. Has no idea what it is. He's looking at you, and you feel like he's maybe close, but then he's just like, never, I'll never surrender to Iomade Crusaders. All of you will die, even if not by my hand. And he starts slashing away with his sword. So he does not surrender.
I will salute his courage, if not his morality, and I will sheathe my sword and stand here out of the way to watch his bitter end.
Watch Fletcher eviscerate him. Yeah.
I admire his willingness to go down in a pile of bloody ribbons.
He's going to take another stab at Fletcher on his turn here. 16, I guess that's going to miss.
That's going to miss.
Yes. And then it's Farina's turn, the absolute bottom of the order. Nominally, this would be like -1 initiative. So, all right, Farina, you're up.
Can you guys hear us now?
Hello?
Oh, okay, you're gonna have to type.
Surely nothing.
Farina, what do you do? We can hear you guys now.
Oh, you can hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you
I
now.
hear you.
So Farina's holding?
You're going to have to type. Yeah, there's nothing really. They don't need my help down there. It sounds like things are under control. I'm going to stay up here with Lothar, and I
I'm
don't.
not sure what's going on there would be characterized as under control. But yeah, there's certainly a bunch of people down there.
Yeah. I'm just
All
gonna
right. So
pass.
you're going to hold.
Yeah, to insinuate this party ever has anything in control is probably a bit of a stretch.
I'm just waiting to shout my line out, like to the essence of a Krom, count the dead, and this guy is finished off here.
All right. Well, Ilindar, now's your opportunity to settle the score. Your turn. You and Storm.
Okay.
The new top of the order.
Storm is going to full attack.
Ooh, I hate this part. 13 will miss. 18 will hit. 14 will miss. 1 hit for 9 points of damage. Claw. Oh, it's close, but not quite.
Okay, then I'm acid splash.
15 is a miss. Oh, wait, range touch?
Range touch.
Oh, 15 is a hit. 1 point of damage. He goes over. He had 1 point left. He goes flying back and falls over.
And that was me, not Storm.
Right, I know, that was Ilindar. Ilindar did this one.
Way to verm your own Eidolon.
I was going to
No
say.
kidding.
Iomade, count the dead.
All right. At this point, we drop out of initiative. You've killed the last of, well, as far as you know, the last of the Discari cultists. A bit of quiet falls over the room, which has frankly been pretty loud here for the last, well, several Sundays. So you do hear the crackling of the fire underneath the rooms to the east. The thump of the zombies against that door, but that's all you hear.
And there's a door here, by the way.
There is.
Okay, let's check that quickly.
All right.
Actually, I'm going to call down to Farina. Can you guys check the bodies real quick? I think we're done, but we got to get out of here quickly.
Unless I'm going to try listening at the door.
Listening at the door.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Is there
16.
magic? Les, is there magic in that room?
In the room that you're looking in right now.
Yep.
No, this room actually is kind of strange. It is. There are some bird cages in here, parchments, quills, things like that on a small table. And this big sort of metal V into which has been thrown some rotten meat. Other than that, this room is empty, and nothing radiates magic.
I'm going to check all the bodies, and I'm going to hit the goat guy. And
Okay, the goat guy, the only thing that he had on him, I mean, he wasn't really even wearing clothes, just like this sort of ratty-ass loincloth. The only thing that he had of any value was sort of that shortened halberd, which, while well-made, is just a regular weapon. It's not magical in any case. The bird creature is It didn't have anything of value on it in a traditional sense. It's an animal.
What about all the cultists and tieflings that are littered through this area?
So the cultists and tieflings, what you do is you find a fair amount of interesting. Obviously, they had the tieflings had bows and arrows. Again, mundane. The cultists, those glaives are actually quite well made, masterwork quality, effectively. All of them have moderate amounts of money and what is, generally speaking, sort of like small lootables. I would consider. So like. Silver, one of them will have like 3 or 4 silver spoons in his pocket. Another one will have, small, a little satchel of gems. You tally it all up, and it takes a couple of minutes. And in those minutes, Fletcher, you would return to your normal size. It takes a couple of minutes, but you basically gather up several of these glaives, which are obviously...
How many glaives do we get?
Like 5, if you want to keep them. They're obviously masterwork, but they're they're covered with like symbols of Discari and that kind of thing. So
we're taking them just because we're giving them back to the other guys to use. I think. Okay.
And you will also find a total of about 210 gold pieces worth of various kinds of coinage and small lootables. None of which you would want. I mean, there's no like weapons or anything like that. Right. But it's like little shit that they've gathered up. It looks like these guys have been like looting a bit, but they've gathered up things that they can keep on their person.
We're becoming arms dealers.
that bag is full of weapons. You can dump it out. Here you go. Got you these. So Fletcher, you listen to that door. You don't hear anything at first, and then you're like, wait a second, and you do hear something that sounds like breathing, like like heavy breathing or a heavy sigh, something like that.
Interesting. Okay, so quick question. I don't know how we're doing on healing spells. I'm at about health before we go charging into anything. But I would tell the rest of the group that I hear something weird. I don't know what it is. And then I step out of the way.
I'm going to move to here and burst.
Okay. You want me to roll that one?
Yeah, go ahead.
What? It's D8 plus 1?
No, it's
2d6.
2d6.
Plus none?
Plus none.
Plus none.
Wow, I didn't do much better.
So 4 points to everyone.
4 points to everyone. Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, I wish I could have done better for you there.
Every little bit helps.
Yep. So 4 points. What else? So what do you guys? So here's the thing. One of the things, and I think Bardos would probably point this out. Bardos has been the one member of the party that's been focused on getting to the Wardstone. But Bardos, in all your sort of wandering about, I'm assuming that you kind of wander about in the minute or two that you guys take to gather up the bodies and stuff. You wander around through all of the rooms, and you do not find anything of magic. There's only one room, as far as you can tell, that you haven't been in on this floor, and that's the zombie room. And as you walk by, those zombies are still hitting that door. But as far as you can tell, it's the only room that you haven't been in.
Let's open this door, and then if there's nothing there, we'll send Storm in first, but we'll open that door and go into the other room.
So the door locks from the outside. Who's opening it?
I will.
All right. So Ilindar, you're gonna open it.
Yeah.
Okay. Just went right across there. Fantastic. All right.
Fletcher right there with me. So.
Okay.
I'll stand ready to back them up.
Okay. So it opens outward towards the far wall, the outside wall.
Okay.
To here. So, how are you going to open it? You're going to
I'm just going to open it and then just kind of fling it open and step back and.
All right, you go to fling it open, and it starts to open a few inches, and then you see a hand on the handle kind of yank it back and close it with a slam. Boom.
Occupied.
Occupied.
You're trying to trade my
It's
my
not
anger,
locked
so-
because the lock is on your side.
I'll try it again. I'll move over here and kind of like back up and
Okay. Give you.
Fletcher, you want to step up and be ready to force this thing open once I start?
Okie doke.
Don't step on that spider web thing, Mike.
It's the. I think it's a.
It's a
Oh
thing
yeah,
that
you can't be in that. You can't be in that square. It's too big. It's a big metal thing.
Okay.
And by you can't be a square, I mean like you can't act.
Like.
There you go.
Okay. So I guess Fletcher, you'll have to open it.
Rip the door off its hinges, Fletch.
So, quick strength check.
Yep. Somebody, you could. I mean, you sort of like test it. You could feel that somebody is on the other side holding the door shut. 9 is not going to be enough.
Is this
Like
a
you
cult?
kind of like feel it, sort of like pull. It's like when you know with a kid, you know that kind of thing. It's like back and forth.
Fleshheart, you want to give it a shot?
He's not letting you open it.
Is this a cultist?
So no.
Fleshheart, come and talk to this guy.
Just lock the door, hold the portal, and we'll get the experience points when he starves to death.
I can come down here and knock on the door. Knock, knock.
So you
Try
knock
some
on the
closing.
door, and you. So there's like a long pause, and then you hear from inside. Leave me alone, Crusaders. There's nothing for you here.
I'm going to detect evil. I can detect right through the door, can't I?
Like through the door? Yeah, there's an evil guy in there.
Look here, evildoer. Either come out and face us, or surrender quietly, and perhaps you will still see the light of day.
There's another long pause, and then he's like, "All right, I'll come out, but I don't want you shooting me. If I surrender, I want you to. It's because you're not going to kill me, are you?"
I'm going to look around at the rest of them. I assure you that you will not be shot. I assure you as my name will be shot. That you will be shot.
I assure that you will be dead before a moment's notice. I mean, no, the opposite of that. Whatever it is.
I assure you will not suffer much. No.
All right, I'm coming out. Back up.
Okay. I back up outside away from spider web over here.
It's not a spider web. It's a big sort of upside down cornucopia
Yeah.
made of metal. I wish I had a
Yeah,
better.
full of rotting meat. I know.
All right, so the door. It's not full. There's just like a big pile of it in the bottom of the cone.
I'll draw radiance and have it full glow. Okay.
The door opens, and a dwarf, Discari cultist comes out. He's got his glaive in his hand, which he tosses to the side, and he's like, "All right, I guess I'm your prisoner."
Okay. We don't want a prisoner. Where's the what stone are we after?
Wardstone?
Yeah, where's the ward stone?
Upstairs.
Upstairs. How do you get upstairs?
It's in the. It's like he points in the sort of to the east. He points to this direction and is like, "It's that way." What do you mean you don't know how to get upstairs? This isn't your garrison.
Through
You're not some of the Crusaders we took it from.
No.
Look here, prisoner. I see a way to earn our good graces by perhaps leading us. You said Wardstone.
I have no illusions that I'll ever be in your good graces, nor would I want to be. But I do value my life, so I have surrendered.
Okay, get back in the closet. We need to go upstairs.
You guys locking him in here?
Oh, leave him
We're
alive.
back in the closet. Okay, guys, we're lawful good here. Do we give him a trial and execute him, or we tie him up and take him back to the garrison to let them sort him out?
I don't want to deal with him right now. We need to get moving quickly. I'm sure we got reinforcements coming from outside this place.
Tie him up real quick.
All right, who's got bindy skills?
As soon as he says where it's at, Ilundar
Cardos?
says, "Come on, Storm," and exits the room and goes back to that door we haven't been through.
Cardos, Fletcher, can you help me bind up Mr. Dwarf here, and we'll put him back in the closet with a gag in his mouth?
I'll be happy to help.
Throw him in
Okay.
the pile of rotten meat. That was a very evil thing to say. Evil. Track that.
Under pressure, good men can do evil things. It's okay.
And hold him down. Use a
All
torch
right.
on his genitals.
So you guys tie this guy up and gag him and put him back in the closet.
Yep.
All
I'm
right.
going to ask him what his name is first.
He doesn't have a name because his dungeon master hasn't thought of it.
Say Joe.
It's just I don't know what his name is, but it's a Chilaxian name.
Cultist number 3.
Yeah, cultist number 3.
Why don't you chillaxia out for a bit then in the closet? Take your repose, evil one.
Well, so the thing that the fact that it's a Chilaxian name would tell you is that just like the Crusaders that have come to the World Wound from all over of Golarion, it seems like this guy, if this is a dwarf cultist from Cheliax, it seems like that those people who are aligned with the demons have also come from everywhere. They have attracted, as much as the country of Mendev has attracted people to the banner of the Crusade, the demons, have attracted all manner of rabble to their banner as well. This attack along the lines is seemingly increasingly looking like a well-planned and well-staffed attack. All right, so you tie him up, throw him back in. Do you close the door and lock it?
Yep.
All right, there is a lock right there. You can sort of fiddle it until it does lock. You realize after it locks that you do not have a key.
That's all right. No problem.
Okay,
What?
you don't have a key.
We left him alive.
We locked it. He can get himself out. He's a dwarf. He'll figure it out.
He's a dwarf. He'll untie himself, ungag himself, and figure out how to get him a locked room. Yeah, he's the Houdini of dwarven cultists.
He's got Dark Vision 60, right? He's good.
All right, so you guys sort of meet in the main hallway there, and Storm sort of stands in front of the door. You can hear the zombies continuing, boom, 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 boom. They're trying to get through there, but they cannot figure out how to pull open a push door.
Remember they say from before they're not that tough, but they're nasty. We probably want to keep as many people away from them as possible.
They do well, and they do explode in spores when they're killed. So
I would say Storm, or just Storm and someone else jump in there, and the rest of us stay out here.
Flash, how are paladins with disease? Didn't that used to be a thing for them?
Yeah, I think I'm immune, but I don't think I can do anything. I can lay on hands now, but
Human
But
disease.
you don't have like a community.
Do you want to?
yeah, no, I'm immune. I'm immune to all diseases at 3rd level, so including my.
How about Flashheart and Stormhead in there, and then the rest of us stay out here
There you go.
until they say it's good.
For me now, knock an arrow and shoot through the door.
Okay, so we're going to open the door, let them through, and then we're going to close the door.
Oh, you are?
I don't want that.
You don't want to get an explosion.
We know they're right up against the door, or they're really close to the door.
they're slamming into it. I mean, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I mean, you can hear them like bonking into it. There's more than one in there.
Yeah, I know. I saw at least 2.
Here's the problem. You can't just like throw open the door, throw Flashheart in there and slam the door shut because the door opens inward. It's what's kept them in there, frankly. There's no lock on this door. It's what's kept them in there. And
Well, we need to push past them.
so you're going to have to push them. It's going to be another strength check. In this case, it's not, they're not holding the door closed. They're
just kind of in the way.
they're in the way.
Wrong door.
So it shouldn't be a bad strength check.
No, I mean, it'll be more like you almost sort of have to like bull rush the door open. But yeah, I mean, it's somebody's going to make a strength check to get that door open.
So we'll let Storm going first. Flashheart, you stay right on her heels, and as soon as you get through, we're going to close the door unless you yell and say, "Come in here."
Okay. I will
So
kiss Radiance and prepare to
here's another problem.
damage the undead.
If you listen at that door, you can tell that those zombies are right in front of the door.
Uh-huh.
Here's the problem. How are you going to get past them? You're going to have to acrobat past them.
What is this door made of?
Bull rush and push past them.
Or bull rush, but you have to be prepared to do that pretty quickly.
Yeah.
What is this?
We're talking
what's
about
the door?
rolling initiative and trying to
I wouldn't do initiative. It's just 2 of them that are going to be acting, and Storm's going to go first. Flashheart's going to go second.
well, what about the zombies? Zombies get to go sometime.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
Well, we get the surprise round.
I don't know that you could surprise a zombie.
Hey, Les.
Yep.
What is this door made of?
Wood.
Well, remember, I tried to jam a magic sword into a brick wall earlier. Might work better on a wooden door.
You want to jam the sword like through it?
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. How thick? Are we talking a hollow core door? Suburban house? Or are we talking like a
No, it's
sturdy
pretty.
wooden door?
It's pretty. It's pretty solid wood door. Remember, this is a barracks, so the doors inside would be made pretty tough.
Okay.
So hold on, I'm just checking undead traits. Can undead be surprised?
Can they tell a joke and make them laugh?
Shit, I guess they can be surprised. They don't breathe or eat or sleep. Well, zombies will eat. Yeah, I guess you can surprise them. So, yes, you would theoretically be able to do bull rush or acrobatics before the zombies could react.
I'm looking for the bull rush rules.
Well, it's a combat maneuver check.
Right. I know they're going to get an attack of they're going to get an attack of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So Storm's going to try this, and then yeah, whoever's close to her will get an attack of opportunity. But she's just going to try and grab push the first one and just push him back and out of the way so we can get in.
Okay.
I'll have my shield up and sword ready to go.
All right. Who's
No one
pushing the
expects
door open? Is that going to be Storm?
We just need someone to turn the knob, and then Storm will push the door open and try and push through.
Okay.
So, does the third party want to push them, turn the knob?
I'm assuming Flashheart's going to reach over and sort of turn the knob for because he's closest.
All right, as long as
Sword in one hand, doorknob in the other.
I have a shield too, so.
Sword in one hand, shield in the other, doorknob. In his.
We don't want to know how he opened the doorknob.
Yeah.
Okay.
The tentacle of Vecna.
So what do you want? You want a CMB attack from me?
I do. I want a CMD so you're just going to plow through there.
Just CMB against their CMD then.
Correct. So I'll tell you right now, CMD is 14.
Okay.
Not high.
Okay, so for this, so
20. All right. So that is more than 5. Past the thing. So let's take a look at
I think I push him back 10 feet then, can I?
So according to that, for every 5 feet by which your attack exceeds your opponent's CMD, you can push it back an additional 10 feet. So they would go back 10 feet, or you can push 2 of them 5 feet, because as you open the door, you see that they're sort of stacked up there.
I'd probably push 2 of them 5 feet then.
So, yeah, you see the 2 of them right there. There's another one in the corner. If you want, you can do these 2. We'll go back 5 feet, which will open up the doorway.
Okay.
Now, they will get an attack of opportunity, which I will take right now, which is a slam. Slam attack. My favorite of all the attacks. And 11 is going to miss, and thus they are moved backwards. Hold on. Stop it. Towards the center of the room. All right. So that was that. Storm gets a move action.
So that was the attack action then?
That's a standard action, yeah.
Okay, so move action would be a 5-foot step to there.
Okay, that's going to draw an attack of opportunity from this fella right here.
5-foot step. No attack of opportunity.
5-foot step.
Oh, I hate that. Okay, you're right.
Which way the door open, Les?
The door opens inward.
Which direction?
Oh, yeah, that's true. So it would be, hold on, I'll draw it. So he would not get an attack of opportunity anyway, because the door opens like this. Yep.
Okay, yep.
So he's behind that door. Oh, yeah. And he sees Storm now, though. He's like, and going toward him. All right, Flashheart, you are in on this as well. You get a move. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna come in here and start meeting out divine justice.
Thanks.
Okay.
So I think I'm gonna come to right here.
You come in there and close the door.
Yes. Whoop. God damn it! I just lost roll 20 here.
Okay.
1 second.
Oh, yeah, we lost your.
Yeah, you did. What happened
Yeah.
there? Did you zig when you should zag?
Yeah. I went to hit the. Anyway, never mind. I hit the reload button. All right. Can you see me now? Am I back?
We can see you.
All
I
right.
can't see you. Yeah, I can see you, Flasher. All right, there. Yeah, so you get to there. You
Did
would
you
normally
close the door on your way in?
What did you say?
Did you close the door on your way in?
You asked me to, so I just kicked it shut as I went in.
Okay.
wanted to kick it shut. No, kick it open.
Okay.
Kick it
Don't
shut.
listen to the DM.
All right.
You and me, undead. Let's dance, ghost.
Door slams shut.
All right. And I'm going to attack this one. You ready?
So now it's initiative.
Why is
Oh, do I need to roll initiative with? I didn't do that. I was about to roll for
Yes, we will roll initiative now. Hold on, I got to fix this stupid thing
Okay.
here.
Just in case it matters later.
All right. Why is the door not closed? Oh, it's because Flashheart in there. All right, so just assume that that door is closed.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
twist this thing here.
Oh, of course.
Nice.
That'll do you a great
Nice.
job on the outside of the door. All right, I'm going to roll my initiative. Less impressive.
All right. All right, so Fletch, 20, not even in the room. He's got 23. Flash at 13.
Are we doing an initiative?
Just rolling.
Illendar, 15.
4, 5, 6, right?
Lothar, 14. Roll for my zombies. They love rolling initiative and are really good at it.
Jesus. +6.
18. I don't know how that happened. All right, Bardos, which one is you and which one is Farina?
Bardos is 17.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 people. Good. All right. Farina, you are going to be first. That door is closed.
So if I summon an earth elemental, I have to be able to see it first and then I can make it do something, or can I, since I saw through that door for a second?
You have to summon it in a place you can see. But after that, you can tell it whatever to do. You don't have to see it after it, moves into action.
Okay.
It takes a full round.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to summon an earth elemental right here. For
All
next-
right. For next round, okay.
That's it.
All right. So that's a whole round.
You want Novato by you?
Fletcher.
I'm going to move towards the door, but that's it. Done.
Okay. I never get what I want here. If I learned to type, I'd be dangerous as hell. All right. All right, that's Fletcher. You just moved next to the door. The zombies, they will attack. So this one is going to take a 5-foot step here and attack Flashheart. This one over here is going to attack Storm. And the one in the middle is also going to attack Flashheart. They do slams. Flashheart 21. Flashheart. Whoops. Sorry. 21. Ooh, natural 20. Confirm. 10. No confirmation. And the third attack against Storm. 19. Boy, they've got it going on. So does 19? The 19 does not hit Storm, correct?
Correct.
But Flashheart, the 21 and the 24
Those hit.
both hit. So 2 slams as these zombies, which have these lesions and like fungus on them and that kind of stuff, hit you. I'm going to need 2 fortitude saves. Oh, wait. You are
Nope,
immune
not
to
me.
disease.
I'm immune to these, baby.
You stink. I hate that. All right, here we go. However, you will take some they bounce you around real hard. 13 points of slam damage as you get jostled by these
Plus
zombies
8.
that just keep bonking you around. All right, Bardos. You hear the unmistakable sounds of zombies beating the crap out of somebody in there.
Bardos is going to move over by Elendar.
I think I was at full strength. I don't think I fixed myself from last week. I should be 10 points higher than I am, so I'm going to fix it so I'm where I was with the 13 points of damage. Okay.
Sure. What's your hit points should be more than 14.
Yes, I would say they're 25.
25.
But they were set at 14 here. I just noticed.
Let me go ahead and fix that right now for you. All right, I got you there.
And now minus 13. Okay, so minus 13 now.
More than half. Another batch like that, you might be down. So, a couple of things. So, Bardos, you moved over by Ilendar, right?
Yeah, I moved to him and said, come check out this book. There's a magic book in this room I want to look at. And then I'm going to keep moving into that area where the other book was.
Okay. And show him. Okay, cool. Ilendar, you're next.
And, well, once I get there, I'm going to do a 16 for
Spellcraft.
spellcraft.
Or identify.
Yep.
Okay. You just you have to look in it.
Right.
But it doesn't immediately destroy you. It turns out that this is what is called a manual of war. Once per day, after studying the manual for 1 hour, a fighter may exchange one of her feats, bonus feats, for another combat feat. You have to meet the prerequisites. You cannot alter a feat you're using as a prerequisite for another feat, prestige class, or anything like that. But it lasts for 24 hours, at which point the feats return to normal. So by using this book, you can take a bonus feat and change it into a combat feat and keep it for 24 hours.
Okay. That's cool.
That is cool.
We'll take that.
It's called a manual of war.
You got that in inventory, Mike?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So Ilendar, you go in there as he's doing that spellcraft stuff. Do you do anything else?
I would probably be like helping him or, pointing out. And yeah, that's, kind of.
I recognize. All right. Lothar.
Hold on, Storm.
Storm is going to.
Oh, sorry. I forgot about Storm.
We're going to concentrate on this guy. And so Storm's going to attack that guy in the middle.
Okay. The 20 hits, the 21 hits, the 10 misses. So 16 points of damage, which is going to be enough to put him down. He begins to burble and sizzle. The inside of it starts to go. Just like the ones before.
Yep.
Takes a minute, but then they blow up on their turn, essentially,
Okay.
after death. All right, so that's Storm.
And then a 5-foot step to right there.
Okay, so you're going over to get closer to the inevitable explosion.
I'm still just as close, but I'm getting close to the next target.
Gotcha. Okay. Lothar.
I'm not going to do anything.
Just hanging back?
Yeah.
Okay. Flashheart.
What quick side question: are these zombies evil? Are they
Oh, yeah.
okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's very rare the undead that isn't evil.
I just want to make sure these aren't like special swamp zombies that are misunderstood or something. Okay.
No. They're weird zombies, but
Avatar
they're
blue
definitely evil.
zombies. Well, then I will smite evil.
All right. Excellent
All right, so-
choice.
I'm going to. So that's gonna add my charisma.
Is this your
bonus to my
last
attack.
smite of the day? I'm just.
It's my only smite of the day till I reach 4th level.
Ooh, okay. Sure you want to waste it on zombies?
I'm sure I want to waste on your stupid zombie.
Okay.
I'd rather waste it now than be dead next turn, which is more likely. I'll
I
call this
got you.
reaction. Can use some bursting over here. And okay, so
Lothar, you here? Help! Need healing.
I'm adding my charisma bonus as per says here to my smite.
Okay.
And put it.
Whoa.
21 it will hit.
All right, and then I add my level to my damage. So, put
12 points. You cleave it in twain, and it goes down. It begins making that hissing and popping noise inside of its chest cavity as it hits the floor. All right.
You came, foul one.
Farina. There's only one left, and it's moving towards you both, stumbling over.
Towards
the
who?
down
Towards
creatures.
Farina?
Both now starting to smoke a little bit. It's not really smoke. But Farina's up.
So he can I bring him in, and he can also move, right? Gets a move and an attack like normal.
Yeah.
Okay. So an earth elemental would appear here.
Oh, right.
Move through the wall here, stand right here, and then do a slam attack.
Okay, hold on. I got to get him on the board. I almost forgot. Hold on. How many hit points on that guy?
13.
13 hit points. That's crazy.
16 hit.
Whoa.
That dude's huge.
That's not going to work. Hold on a second here.
He'll crush the whole building.
Why is it doing this? Come on, you dick. There we go.
Excuse me.
13 hit points, you say?
It's a little one. How long do they last when you conjure?
I think one
round
round
per level.
per caster level, yeah. All right, controlled by... Okay. All right, so he materializes here. Hold on a second. He's not that big. He's littler than that.
Little guy.
There we go. So he materializes like right there.
Yep. And then
Okay, and you send him through the wall.
And then here, and then attacks him with a 16 or 15. Right?
With a 16, and it's a hit. So he ends up, I'm going to say he ends up here, right? In
Yep.
front of the door? Okay.
And there's damage.
7 points of damage. Still up.
Okay.
All right. Excellent. Fletcher, you just see a creature that looks to be made out of mud and earth materialize and slide through the stone wall into the other room.
I'm just chilling.
Okay, just hanging back. Oh, the zombies blow up. So I need, well, I don't need anything for Flashheart, but I need 2 fortitude saves from Storm.
I've got to do a fort too, don't I?
No, the door's closed.
Earth elemental. It doesn't say they're immune to disease.
I don't know that will matter. The disease, even if it caught the disease would happen after he had already transported back, after the spell would elapse. So,
Elemental traits.
all right. So what did you roll? That's fantastic.
One exchange
20
and the
and
other.
a 1. All right. So that's great. Okay. All right. So the whole room, you see Flashheart sort of throw his arm up, and boom, there's this whole room suddenly filled with these like yellow gray spores, just like last time. Storm breathes some in. Flashheart's got his hand over things. You can hear him coughing. You're not sure if it's dangerous or not to an elemental, but the whole room is full of them. Bardos, and then Ilindar.
Bardos will just stroll back to the area where everybody's waiting.
Okay.
And wait.
And wait. So it's a big waiting thing over there. All right. Ilindar, you're looking at this book, this manual of war. Interesting thing. What does Storm do?
Yeah, I'd probably follow Bardos back over. And then Storm will take a 5-foot step here and
Okay.
full attack.
That is a fumble.
It's a fumble.
Confirm. Well, actually, you know what? Confirm the fumble. Maybe it's not a fumble. It's just a miss. 20. It's just a miss. That being the case, it does not stop your turn. So now I need a confirm for the crit. We can take the 22. That's a confirmed crit. So a non-confirmed fumble, but a confirmed crit.
Yep.
All right. So if we do that, that's. Let's see. You want to take the chart?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, you know what? It's only got 5 points left. So 7 points from that attack, and the other 7 points from the claw are going to be more than enough to kill it.
Okay.
But it begins doing that hissing and bubbling kind of sound inside of its guts. It's going to explode too.
Okay.
Round thing at the bottom, Les. Is that a little pool or?
They haven't got that far yet. We don't know yet. There's also stairs in there going up. Lothar.
I'm continuing to do nothing until they come out of that room.
All right. Flashheart, what do? You just saw Storm put the last zombie down. There's a earth elemental in the room now. You're not sure where that came from. But you do get an opportunity to sort of look around. And you take a look around the room.
Okay. And what am I seeing
This is
here?
what it looks like.
Do I need a perception check, or what do I need?
No, you can just look around.
Iomade, clear my eyes. What do I see?
So the southern portion of this room holds a wide alabaster basin filled with bloody entrails. You're not sure if the zombies were eating them or not, but they do look torn up. I mean, there's nothing recognizable in there. It's all just a pile of gore that's been dumped into this font. The outside of the basin is carved with images of warriors around a raised sun holding long swords aloft, and a flight of stairs ascends over here to the west. So these stairs go up. This, do give me a knowledge religion.
Okay, that I got. 1 second. Of course.
What'd you roll?
23.
23, excellent. So you would recognize this large font. This is probably a chamber where Iomadins would come and to scry. That font filled with water and with the appropriate magics cast over it. You've seen this kind of thing before,
Right.
where the clerics of Iomade would come in here and use that for scrying.
Okay.
Getting, or even soldiers would commission mages and clerics to scry for them to try and get information about their enemies before they went into battle. So this is a scrying font, a large one, but it's been completely defiled.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
is absolutely horrendous.
All right, internet offline, guys.
All right, so the next round.
So you buried the lead there. The most important thing I found in this room is stairs going up, right?
Stairs going up.
Where do these stairs go? They go up.
Or?
Okay. All right, I will pass it along the chain of command there. That I have secured a base head at the foot of the stairs, or a beachhead at the foot of the stairs.
Close. We can't hear you.
That other zombie went off. Storm, I need another saving throw. Okay, 24 should be fine as far as you know.
My lungs
All right.
are
So
fine.
what? At this point, we drop out of initiative. What do you guys do? I mean, I assume you go over there and open the door.
As long as the spores have gone down.
Yeah,
I could report when they're down.
Yeah.
I was kind of visualizing them like just reading a book quietly while I'm like, the door is closed, you're hearing sounds of battles and exploding zombies. I'm gonna come clanking back covered in pollen and grime. Like, what are you guys doing back here? We're reading this book.
This book looks great. So pollen, it doesn't stay in the air very long. It's actually quite heavy, these spores. But then you see a Flashheart open the door. The elemental is probably going to, it's not going to last very longer, so it's going to go away. Back from whence it came.
Oh, I was going to see if it could go upstairs. That's not 3 rounds.
3 rounds is only 18 seconds. Are you going to run it up there?
I was going to, but if he's
Well, you can. I mean, if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
Okay, so you're going to run that. Hold on, I'm gonna bring it back. So you're gonna run him upstairs. All right. So what is his speed?
Speed. Oops, hang on. Moved off the right page. Hang on. 60 foot? Oh, no. That would be dark vision.
Oh well, he also he can't really jump up there, but yeah, he could
20 foot. He's 20 foot.
20 foot. All right. So from here, he's gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4.
You just
Now-
close up the wall, right?
Hello?
Now I'm trying to think of how this creature would tell you if it could even tell you what it sees. 6, 7, 8. Could it even tell you what it sees?
I don't know, DM. Could it?
I don't know. I don't know. So you did monster
Might
summoning
put a
one,
Supreme Court here.
right? You
Rule
did
lawyer,
monster.
what say you?
Let's take a look at monster summoning one. Summon monster. Here we go. All right. Spell summons an extraplanar creature. It appears where your designated acts immediately on your turn and attacks your opponents. If you can communicate with the creature, you can direct it to not attack, to attack particular enemies, that kind of stuff. The spell conjures one of the creatures from the first level list. The summoned creature cannot summon or otherwise conjure other creatures. It does not have the ability. I mean,
So you took it to the top of the stairs.
yeah,
That was one move.
no. I'd use both of its moves.
Oh, those are 10-foot squares.
These are 5-foot squares, but it only doesn't move very fast.
20 foot, 2 moves. If it does a double move, 5, 10, 15, 20 to the top and then into the room.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to have him move up into the inside of the room, and then I'm going to listen to see if I hear any response.
Perception check.
Yes, sir.
So are you coming into the room to listen up the stairs?
Yes. Okay. Just basically using him to see if we have more antagonists above.
Holy crap.
What'd you roll?
30.
30? A 30 perception check?
Yep.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm learning from Mike.
She's in multiple dimensions too.
Yeah, she is.
Doing okay.
So yes, you did you roll a natural 20?
No.
And you still got a 30? Holy crap.
This is Gordon's counseling too. I've never really put much into perception checks, but I'm relearning.
Okay. You hear the sound. All right. So here's what you would hear. You hear with a 30 the sound of something heavy hitting something made out of earth, and you could immediately feel that the the elemental has been sent back to its own plane.
So Steve's lying in wait. Well, I'll share that information with everyone.
Okie dokie.
Now that the door's open, I'm going to burst for everybody.
Okay.
10 points.
10 points.
Oh,
Solid
that's
burst. There you go.
Thank you very much.
All right. What are you guys going to do? Something's at the top of those stairs. Waiting. But you've checked everything. The stone has to be up there.
And Killbot should be at max healing now, so send him up there to kill.
I just read that. I just read Murderbot. That was a great book. If you read it.
Put Otto up at the top of the stairs.
Killbot. All right, here we go.
They could send Storm up fighting defensively and just go through and get attentions as long as Flashheart and Fletcher are going to follow and kill whatever attacks her.
You got it.
Can you hear me, Les?
Yeah.
Yep.
You're going to send
I
you're
wanna-
going to send Otto up there?
Yeah, but I want to stealth him. He'd only get to the top of the stairs.
Okay. You're just going to take him to the top of the stairs.
And that's his stealth.
What'd you roll? Hold on a second.
27.
27 stealth. Okay. So Otto gets to the top of the stairs. And Otto, if I recall correctly, does not communicate to you in any functional way.
No, as a familiar, I thought we had pretty good basics. It's not like,
Emotions, right?
Motions, images, stuff like that.
yeah, like,
Well, so Otto sort of like very, very stealthily pads up there, and Otto begins sending you emotions. One, there's definitely a room up there. There's blood on the floor, a fair amount of it, and you can hear he's like, he's smelling, and he smells. It's really weird because he tells you that he smells cow. Cow. That's the image you get, that he smells cow.
A dead cow.
wow.
But dangerous, like a dangerous cow.
Battle
Might have
cow.
another one of our Minotaur.
Battle cow.
A battle cow, yeah.
Battle
Fully
cow.
optimized battle cow.
With its primary weapon. Moo.
Moo.
Tip him over, that's when he moves.
It's their only weakness.
So
They
I'm
explode
going,
when they tip.
with eyebrow raised, I'm going to tell, I'll look at Flashheart and tell him that Otto smells cow.
Well, I will of course ask the question.
To
The
go
lady, does he smell evil cow?
I don't know that Otto can tell evil cow from good cow. It's all cow to him.
All right.
At least he's
I'm
not
ready.
saying steak.
I'm ready to proceed up the stairs, but I'm not very stealthy.
We're not going up stealthy.
You
Yeah,
got
this
20 minutes.
stealth
to
is
one,
over.
Just charging in.
Okay.
Yep.
We're going to go with the
All
original plan?
So how? So yeah, exactly. So is there a marching order? How do you do this? So
Yes. Storm's going first, and then I don't care which one of Flashheart or Fletcher goes next.
Fletcher, I got to go last time. You want to take Frontlander or killing Cuisinart?
Okie dokie.
And then I'll be right behind you to spoil
And
you.
then Fletcher will be right behind them. Storm's going to be fighting defensively as she runs up there. And basically, she's
Fighting offensively.
yeah. You fight offensively. She's going to fight defensively. And yeah, Storm's just going to go up and try and get behind or just get engaged with whatever's up there.
Prepare to die.
Knowing that
battle
she's
cow.
got reinforcements right behind her.
You've got 20 minutes to do this.
Yep. Is that all you needed to hear, Les?
all right, run this by me again. So Storm is running up the stairs.
Storm's
first.
running up, and then
With
right
Fletcher
behind
right
her is
behind him.
Fletcher, and then right behind Fletcher is Flashheart. So they're all
Okay.
kind of going up at the same time, maybe 5 or 10 feet between them as they're running up the stairs.
Okay. But Storm's going to be first.
Storm's first, and like I said, she's fighting defensively.
All right. Fighting defensively, which means her AC goes up, but
Goes up 2. Her attacks are -4.
okay. So she's going. So is she going to? She's going all the way up into the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's going to go up and engage the first thing she sees, but not stop so the other guys can't get, she's going to try and get around behind it or to beside it or whatever.
Okay. She is going to make it to there.
And she's got a movement of 40.
It's not going to matter. All right. Storm runs up the stairs. Otto is hunkered down on the stairs. Storm goes ripping past him, comes into the room, and no sooner has she done that than this creature standing there with a big axe in one hand and a horn in the other. She comes around the corner and wham! Immediate attack by this creature with this axe, just waiting for her to come up.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Let me do that real quick. Single attack, but brutally fast.
Wouldn't the Earth Elemental have taken that prepared attack?
It was a while back.
Yeah, it was probably several rounds before.
Several rounds. Oh.
Well, I don't know if several rounds, but at least 2 rounds. He would have had time to pre-prepare. Okay, here we go. Oh, the miss! I hate that. And it has this horn in its mouth, but it takes that sweat and misses. All right, so you can continue to finish out your movement rate. In this case, I think you moved. It's 30 to there.
30, so
yeah.
35 and then 40 to right there.
Yeah, you can take the diagonal.
Yep. As long
All
as
right. Now, would he get an attack of opportunity because of the exiting the threatened squares?
Yes.
I agree. 17.
That misses.
Oh, man. A 3 and an 8. All right. He just keeps swatting at him. Storm keeps dodging these things.
So she's going to do a single attack, and it's going to be 4 less than what this die roller shows.
All right. 4 less because of casting defensive or fighting defensively. 21. Hold on. Let me check. That might actually be good enough. It is. That is good enough. It has an AC of hold on. I got to actually get him in the initiative roll here. It has an AC of 18, amazingly low, which I hate. Really should have a better AC. Let me go ahead and get him in an initiative roll. Oh, fantastic. Okay. All right, so that will hit. So 8 points of damage, bypassing DR. Go ahead and do that. There you go.
Ouch.
It's big. A lot of hit points. And he's swinging that axe around. All right, so now we get to the top of the order. Or did we drop? We dropped out of regular. No, we didn't. We're back in regular initiative, correct?
Well, I mean, you technically kill everything if we would have dropped out of initiative, but
Kind of dropped out.
you
And
could
kind
say-
of determined
you could-
we're doing.
you could argue it-
3 people first, and the rest of us will file in after that.
Okay.
you could argue
so-
that the initiative never got canceled because the elemental made contact, so we kept this in battle, right?
True, but you guys did make a point of saying these guys are going to go in this order, so let's do that. Everybody, I'm assuming, is sort of, from a functional standpoint, everybody's sort of like hanging back.
We're all delaying until after they go.
Right, exactly. So, all right, so Flashheart was going up next, right?
No, Fletcher.
Oh, Fletcher, okay.
Fletcher had like a 25 for initiative or whatever, right?
All right, Fletch. You going, so I'm going to say 1.
He can get to
I
right
got
there.
40-foot move as well.
'Cause he's got 40-foot move, and he was right 5 feet behind her, so he can get to right there.
Okay.
If I stop here, do I get flanking?
No.
No, then never mind.
Hmm.
Put me there.
Right behind her. Okay, hold on. All right, so I believe this is the spot.
Yeah,
Right there?
yeah.
Okay, so you get there. That's 40-foot move. Also slipping past Otto. You going to take a
Okay.
shot?
Yeah, if Storm could have gotten 5 more feet, then that would have actually been a flank.
No worries.
19 will hit. I hate to say it.
Crap damage.
Oh, 15 points. It's not that crappy, but
That's still awesome.
Crappy roll.
Crappy roll for you, but that's still damage that none of the rest of us can touch.
Yeah, most of us would be pretty happy if
it lets out a bellow, as it is a huge minotaur dressed in armor and has an axe and a horn in its hand, like a big battle horn or something. All right, who's next?
Flashheart.
Flashheart, what do you do, bud? You gonna run up there too?
Yep.
All right.
You know it. All right, so
you're gonna get to right there, I'm assuming.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna take my swing.
Yep.
Okay, I've already used my smite, so back to normal.
The Crusader swords.
Radiance, protect me.
Oh,
yes.
20! Let's see if we can confirm that.
Do I leave the plus on or no? This is where I get.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
Absolutely, you leave the plus on.
Yeah, roll it.
18, and his AC is 18. That is a crit. Do you want the chart or do you want the damage?
Chart.
Hate the chart when it's used against me. Otherwise, I love the chart. 1 second. I accidentally closed.
Iomedea's with me.
She finally took your call.
She finally took my call. All right, and it's a slashing weapon, correct?
Correct.
And a solid hit. All right, I need a D6 and a D100.
D6 and D100. Roger, coming up. D6. Oh, sorry, that was the first D6 was the first one. Count that one.
Okay,
sorry.
3, and I need a D100.
Okay. Wasn't it a 6? Oh, would I roll it 3 times? I did, I'm sorry. And then D100. Here you go. 12.
12? Okay. Bad parry. Target suffers double damage and is disarmed. 1 item, and I'm going to give you the choice. You want him to lose his axe or his horn?
Lose the horn, dude.
What was the horn again? Is it like his actual horn, like his horns?
No, like a battle horn.
Oh yeah, lose that.
Lose the horn. Okay, so and then double damage.
No calling for reinforcements or a sonic blast or whatever.
Have you guys left any reinforcements in this whole building?
I don't want to find out.
You got a guy tied up in the closet.
Yeah, we got one.
You got there's one guy. A big, badly wounded guy in the alcove over there too. All right, go ahead and roll it. Damage me up. So it's double damage. So whatever you roll, we're gonna double it.
Max it.
14.
7 points, so 14
Not exactly that
points
great.
of damage, and the horn drops out of his hand and clatters to the floor.
Nice job.
A big horn. I mean, it's probably 3.5 feet long. Just this big curved sort of. It's some sort of animal horn. You don't know what it is.
Well, let's not find out just yet.
All right. So
the librarians will be up here soon to curate it.
That's you guys. Now we go back into initiative up top. Farina is first.
Can I move Otto here? Whoops. Whoa, how'd that happen?
Do we have 2 autos? We do have 2 autos. Sorry. Otto is here. Oh, you moved him. Hold on.
No, I did
back,
that.
Did you move him back down?
Accidentally. I didn't know I could.
Do you want me to move him back?
Please.
Okay.
So the question is, can he move around Flashheart, behind Fletcher, around Storm, and end up over here without provoking an attack of opportunity?
We're still in the same round. He's already done an attack of opportunity, so yeah, absolutely. He can just like sort of slither through, these things. It's like Flashheart and Fletcher have to be sort of a little freaked out at this point because a giant Black Panther is sort of like going around in between their legs and sneaking through. I don't know that that's something that would normally happen to those guys in a day. But
Otto and Flashheart are now flanking.
Otto and Flashheart are now flanking. All right, so Otto sneaks through there. Otto would get a single attack if Otto wanted to take it.
Otto will take his single attack, and Farina is going to move up the stairs if you want to move me.
Okay. So I'm going to stop you at the top of the stairs.
I'm intimidating right now. That's all, Otto. Just being a little intimidating. Can I see over that wall being at the top of the stairs?
No, you cannot. It's a blocked off stairway. Oop. Sort of threw you out the building there for a second. Hold on.
Don't head to the light.
So you're you can't see through there, but you can see Flashheart. He's like, swinging it like crazy. He's like, ha ha! I have stabbed you.
Okay, that's it.
Sorry, I dropped off on that.
All right, so that's Farina. Fletcher, you've gone. Bardos, what are you planning to do?
Let's see. Lothar, would you like to be levitated so you can go up the stairs and get into the ceiling without passing?
Yeah. Well, I can't really see up the stairs, but I mean, sort of out of character. It looks a little crowded up there. I don't know I'd be able to get up there anyway.
Well, that's why I was thinking that with levitate, you could just basically pass everybody and get into the ceiling, and at least you could see what was going on if you needed to heal anybody or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, what do you mean get into the ceiling?
Well, if I levitate him, he can basically climb the
the
stairs
ceiling.
without touching the stairs and get up to the ceiling in the room.
Upstairs.
Yeah, upstairs.
Yeah, he could,
Without having to bypass or worry about attacks of opportunity or any of that stuff.
Quite a godlike position.
Yes, he could do that. He also, you wouldn't know this, but so the creature's already used its attack of opportunity, so you wouldn't necessarily be facing one. But yeah, they absolutely could do that.
Okay, yeah, that'll work.
Okay, well, I'll do that, and then he can choose to go where he wishes with that.
All right, so you're going to cast Levitate on Lothar.
Right.
Excellent.
3
Ilan,
minutes less.
huh?
3 minutes at
3
last.
minutes. Okay, perfect. Ilindar. Now, Storm has already gone, but Ilindar himself can go now.
I'm going to hang out down with these guys until they head up, and then I'll follow these guys up.
All right, so you're going to follow later on.
I'm kind of on opportunity action to just follow them up the stairs whenever they move.
Okay. Lothar.
I'm going to move to where I can get to if you're looking at the lower picture, like right here.
Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
And then levitate up.
You're going to levitate up from there. All right, so let me go ahead and move you.
Rose to the back corner. Over now. Just down below.
Okay, and you're going to levitate there. Hold on. That's where you wanted to be?
Yeah, and just levitate straight up so that I'm out of the way of the stairwell.
Okay.
And as high, however high the ceiling is.
It's actually quite high. It's about 15 feet high.
So that high, as well as high as I can go.
Okay.
To be up out of the way, but still be able to see everything.
Perfect. All right, you see Farina down below, but that's just about all you can see right now.
Oh, so that wall isn't open to the room, even
No, that wall goes all the way to the ceiling. So you're in a stairwell, but you're at the top of it.
Okay.
So can you move like south? Still?
Sure. Yeah.
I should be able to move. Well, I think that's all of my movement, right?
Well, you use the rest of your movement to go up.
Right. So from
next
here,
time you can move
I can
around.
shimmy myself around like she does when she's on her cloud.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
So what's I think lavender is the color of flight, isn't it? Okay, so that's Bardos or Lothar. I mean, Flashheart's gone, Minotaur's gone. All right. So at this point, we drop back into regular initiative roll, which means Farina, you are now at the top of the initiative roll.
5-foot step here, and now I see the creature.
Oh yeah, it's big. It's a big bull-like creature with 2 big horns and an axe in its hand, and a big like battle horn sort of on the ground at its feet. It's kind of looking down and looking up at Flashheart like, "Roar."
Never hunted this before. I'm overwhelmed and miss.
And you miss. It bounces off one of its horns. All right. So you moving into the room at all anymore? Or?
Oh, you know what? It doesn't matter because I would have had +2 on top of that. 14.
14 is still not going to hit.
Now, Otto will get +2 also, right?
Otto gets +2 because he is flanking with Flashheart. Yep.
That's claw.
The first claw will hit, but that's it.
Claw. And that is going to be D4 halved +1, so 2 points.
2 points of claw damage. Every little bit helps. All right, Fletcher, you are not flanking unless you want to count this scaredy cat over here in the thing. He's actually sitting down. He looks grievously wounded. But you suspect that he sort of escaped and told these guys what was coming.
Got it. All right.
Or this guy. It's not these guys. It's just one guy. Just like big bull dude. Ooh, that's gonna hit.
Yay.
I hate when you hit my guys. Ooh,
damage
17 points of damage. Big hit. He could be on his way out.
And I'm going to do 5-foot step to here, by the way, just to make room for folks.
Okay. Bardos. Cast Levitate on Lothar last time, and you saw him run into the room and up the stairs. Well, you didn't see him run into the stairs. You saw him run into the room. What do you do? What do you do? You're muted. Can't hear you.
Hear me now?
Yep, sure can. There you are. Sorry about that. You probably went through a whole strategy there.
Yeah, I'm just going to go up the stairs. Baru's going to stealth first and go up and try to stealth up into the...
All right, give me a stealth roll.
Okay.
Where'd he go? Oh, there he is.
I think it's 18. Let's see here.
So Baru, because he cannot have the same space, he's going to have to go to here. Now, I do need a stealth roll, which I will have to oppose. Oh, jeez, I don't think it's not even going to be possible for me to oppose it. Pretty sure.
Rats, cats. What is storm? Dragon?
Kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
Undefined. Well, he's got a chance. He's perception +10, so he's going to take a chance at seeing Baru. And this is a round, so if he spots him, he might be able to attack of opportunity him. He did not spot him, so Baru enters the room quite easily. Bardos, you slip underneath. You look up and you see Lothar floating near the ceiling. He waves at you as you pass underneath him and start heading up the stairs.
Okay, that's it.
That's it. Ilindar, including Storm.
Okay. Storm's going to attack.
Okay. This might be it. 14's a miss. 16's a miss. 24 is a hit for that final claw for 7 points of damage. Oh, the claw rips open his guts and they pour out, and he drops the axe and falls to the ground with a groan and a thump. as Otto rips open his guts. You see a tiefling over here in this corner, grievously wounded. He's obviously got he's holding his arm over his wound. He's covered in what looks to be his own blood, just sitting there gritting his teeth, looking at you with pure hatred over the body of this fallen minotaur.
I recognize him. Isn't he P-Boy?
He's got the yellow circle. That is P-Boy.
That is P-Boy.
It is the return of P-Boy.
Okay, Storm's going to take a 5-foot step here, and Ilandar's just behind people coming upstairs, so actually probably right under Lothar right now.
Okay, so is everyone else coming upstairs? I guess
Actually,
Ilandar,
I'm the only one left.
you're the only one left. All right, so I'm going to bring you upstairs. And seeing as we are 1 minute after midnight, I'm going to actually just put you right there for now. We are 1 minute after midnight, so we will stop here right near this door. You guys are obviously, so just before you go, you guys are obviously on the 3rd level in the cupola. This is not a large place, but you might be on the heels of the Wardstone. It might be behind that door, and we will find out next week.
Yay.
All right. Night, everybody.
All
Night, guys.
right.
See ya.
Night, dudes.
Yes, we're going to be out of town next weekend.
Oh, we might not find out next week.
We got a new antenna for the motorhome, so we'll see if that works.
All right, awesome. We will try it out. Otherwise, maybe we will tentatively assume for
We
B
get
team next week.
possibility, yeah.
We'll test it sometime this week and see how it works.
Okay, let me know how it works.
All right. Well done.
Awesome. All right. Have a great evening.
Night, Mike. Night.
Night.